has like a lot of really like dry humor, but he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm the cool like jazz teacher guy, like haha, like I'm so hip with the kids and stuff, right?" And he would do this thing where he would like any word that ended in like tion, he would like shorten, right? So like instead of saying like appreciation, he'd say like
Yeah.
like he'd say like sorry, he would say like appreciate or something like that, right? Or
Oh
like
my God, that's
sensation,
so
he'd be
embarrassing.
like sensation or something like that. And he would like do it all the time, like on purpose, just to like kill people.
Oh
It was really funny.
Does anybody
like-
need
like when we like articulation is like a thing you talk about in music. He'd be like like he would just like kind of like what's the word
no.
Articulate?
like
Articulate.
sneak, but he would like sneak it in there like while he was actually giving you like legit feedback. He'd be like yeah, so like on your solo there, like this was wrong with that, and like yeah, you gotta watch your articulation on this, and like people would like stifle laugh. They're like trying not to laugh in the middle
What
of
do
the
you
fucking
say?
class. Oh god, that's a loaded question.
What doesn't she play?
No, that's not what I meant. I play chromatic harmonica. Do
Okay.
you know what that is?
Not really. No.
Yeah, no. Most people don't. Yeah, it's literally like whenever whenever I'd be in like the elevator in my dorm, right? Like like I was on like the 8th floor or something like that, right? And so like you know, you get on the elevator, like, oh, someone else gets on like the 2nd floor or whatever, right? And like, you know, you sometimes you make like small talk or whatever, right? Or you just meet somebody new at college in general, right? And like the first thing, as a college student, the first thing you ask somebody is,
What's
like,
your major?
what's your major, right? And my answer is like, oh, you know, music, right? And then the immediate follow-up question to that question is, oh, what do you play, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're on an elevator. There's like, you know, I'm getting off in two floors. Like, I can't explain this to you in that amount of time. Like,
That is legitimately too funny.
so my answer would always be like, you know, a couple things.
It's like I play an instrument. One of them.
Oh, you know, just instruments.
Well, I guess all music majors basically have to say I
Honestly.
play one instrument well, and then a bunch of other ones. Well, for anyone else's standards.
How large is a chromatic harmonica versus a regular harmonica?
Like 3 times as big.
Okay, so you couldn't just like
Rainbow.
slide out of a pocket and just like blast them.
No.
You couldn't just. You couldn't just
Like
fucking-
it'll fit in your pocket, but it'll stick out.
It'll be
probably.
like, ooh, what's this?
Yes. Yes, Lee.
I sent you the thing.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry. As
It's
we all
great.
know, as we know here on Diesel Shot, Leland is a very mature adult.
What?
I don't think anybody has ever said that ever.
You wound me, madam.
Okay.
A second Lee. Wow.
Oh
my goodness,
there's
so many leaves.
Mom says you have to get everyone has to get a turn on the Lee, but
How did we let this happen?
let's
Okay.
all right. So Alien Summer, and yeah, one of them is gonna be yeah, because this is all changed up. I suppose you could say it's changed up for changed stars, but it's not. It was changed up for an entirely different stream.
Hashtag Diesel Shop.
You should do.
And
That should do the intro.
hashtag Diesel Shop. Just kidding. I suck.
Okay,
Oh.
no, don't say that.
Yeah, we stand. What the hell?
No.
We actually stand that. For once, Lee is correct.
We do in fact
Gotcha.
stand this particular queen, and in a fashion most without irony. Hey, Jor, great to see ya.
Hey, I'm doing a show post. What's good?
All right, I need to pump F11 and really swiftly. I need to. That's gonna be all right, but I'm gonna.
Oh,
need to-
we're doing square tokens tonight. Okay, bet.
Are we?
No, I always do spirit tokens. I just have strong feelings about the amount of art of pets that I need to be on a token.
Oh,
That's
Well,
true.
like the circle's cut off the Thrin ears.
fair. Fair. Mhm.
Let me do like a blue. I'm gonna do like a blue border. What color is your border? Oh, you don't have a border.
No, mine's black because it's the reddish
I can go
background.
for bluish border if you want to do a thing. I could go for like a really dark blue. Ooh, you could be like a blue. I could be like a navy, and she could be like a black.
that's
It's like all different shades of blue. I don't know. I'm vibing with it. Some cool colors, you know?
it's like every college prom or
Play some-
every high school prom.
Play some jazz.
When I went to prom in high school, literally like 95% of the guys were wearing just blue tuxes.
Ah, weird.
Yeah, I'm a lot younger
Like
than
powder blue or like normal blue?
Midnight blue.
like a
Dark
lot of it was like
shade of
navy and like just blue, like flat blue.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
goodness, I have to
various
check-
shades. That's the thing, but they were like all like a shade of blue.
I have to check to see which Thren your character is being portrayed by, so that I don't like do the same one.
Oh yeah. It's in Roll20.
I'm getting into Roll20 now. Rejoin as player.
Hello, everyone. Tonight on Diesel Shot, we have Rescue Rangers of Zayden 6. I should probably start making the premises of shows available ahead of time.
I've been doing that lately.
I know, because you have a big brain, Pat. We're having a brain blast moment here. And,
Haunt the Mirror. I love the name. Yes.
they help...
I looked at the syllabary. I tried to make it like an actual Thrin name.
You did!
Wait, why does my okay, my nameplate's not showing. Weird.
That makes me happy.
Leland, could you make my nameplate show pretty, please?
Yes, it will all come in time. Why is it being silly? You can see your name now, right?
Yeah, that's no health bar though, but
Yeah, it's being real weird about your health bar for some reason. One moment. Wow, it doesn't want to draw your health, does it?
oh, there, I see like a bar now. Yeah, but it's out of 10 right now for some reason.
Yeah, you have to go. It defaults everyone's HP out of 10, even though like no PC in this game has fucking 10 health. Yeah, so
I mean,
Camille,
there, I
4,
fixed
4.
it.
Yeah. Is it actually called HP? We'll see.
Will it not go away on the buttons? What the heck?
Yay, and so
Oh,
yeah.
weird.
They are on Zayden 6, a world known for mostly being inhabited by the Mirai, although there is a small enclave on 1% of the planet's surface that is operated by a Trinity commune. Government spaces are premium and they are in deep stacks. Even their bunkhouses below ground in the deep concrete city. Now, you guys, you're chilling out.
What is happening? My sheet is mega bugging. It won't swap between my weapons when I click on the things. What
Really?
the heck? Maybe I reload the page? I don't know.
Is it because I don't know? It won't for me either. But yes.
I might just steal a new sheet. I don't know. Let's see.
We join the ARC 1, Air Response Crew 1 of the Rescue Rangers.
No, alright.
And Miedelin, would you like to tell us a little bit about Hanthamir? Hanthamir?
Hantha mirror.
Hmm?
Yes. Antha used to, well, I think she wrote her dissertation on workplace safety disaster. Sorry, not dissertation. Probably just undergrad thesis on workplace safety disasters, and tried to do that, but got bored, and eventually ended up here, where she mostly rescue ranges and pilots the ship, but tells people a lot about workplace safety disasters and runs a tight ship,
Amazing.
but in a Thrin way. So, emotionally intelligent, very positive. She wants to help.
So beautiful.
Physically buckle everyone in if she could.
Oh, that's cute.
Yay.
I'm still working on my
Yeah.
character. Don't do me last.
Camille Bellinger. Hit me with it.
Definitely not how you pronounce
Camille Bellinger.
that. Belanger, yeah.
Oh, bah oui, d'accord, no.
So she is a human who lived on this what's it called again? Oh my god, the word
The Enclave.
Enclave?
Enclave. Thank you. Yeah, who lived in the Enclave like ever since she was born, and as a child had a little bit of a like traumatic experience with going past the walls, and so ever since she's kind of dedicated herself to protecting people and keeping the people that go past the walls safe, basically like helping people who go past the walls.
Yay.
It's like short and sweet version. Where do you add armor in the just add to gear?
It's in the sheet.
You don't. Really? Is there another
Yeah.
spot? Oh, yeah, I see it. It's
Below
next to
manipulation,
encumbrance, below
above
manipulation.
Oh, okay, you just changed
Yeah,
your
you
like
just have like an armor
score.
number.
Yeah, okay, cool.
For reference, not saying this will come up or anything, all of you have 3 armor reverses fire from your outfits because you are often called to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
burning
of course.
buildings and such.
You want to go?
Oh, yes. Okay. So, not quite finished my character sheet yet, because, I worked till an hour ago. And so my character is, I guess I have to put her on the board too. I can do that.
I mean, you're a journalist, right?
Yes,
So
but am I
you're-
not a part of the group as well, in a way?
Indeed,
'Cause
I assumed you were going to be
Ingratiate
embedded.
myself.
I assumed you were going to be
Yeah.
an embedded journalist.
Yeah, that's what I implied. Yeah, no.
Oh,
so
I thought you were undercover. Those are different things. Like,
ooh.
do we know you're a journalist or not?
I don't think she's told anybody that she's a journalist.
So then you're not embedded with us as a journalist. You're just pretending that you're not a journalist.
Yes, that one. She probably could have gotten a job as an embedded journalist, but she wanted to be super secret squirrel about it because she thinks she's going to uncover the story of the century. My character is Twyvian Pesh, and she is she's just a normal rescue ranger. She does a lot of observing and computer manipulation and such. And she's definitely just here to make sure that everybody, everybody's safe and all things are good on this planet that definitely doesn't have some sort of dark conspiracy that she's working secretly to uncover so that she can become a famous journalist. Yes, that's definitely not the case.
Oh, good of you.
How long have you been with us? Do you
Probably
think?
pretty recent, but I've
Yeah,
maybe
that
been here a
would make
year,
sense.
honestly.
Wait,
I'm not.
That's not recent. You spent a year of your life and you haven't
No.
found any journalists.
Maybe
Madeline is
Okay,
already out the
maybe
gate
my
talking
friends
shit.
live a little longer than humans, but no, not a whole year. She's probably been here like a couple months.
Wow,
Okay.
that was
But
tough.
she's pretty devoted, She's pretty devoted, and she feels like she's just about to, break something on the tip of her fingers. Every time she opens a new computer, it's almost there.
A new computer that's not hers.
I mean, obviously,
Right.
she's a snoop, and she's a little doofy. Because there's like probably no conspiracy. But it does have something to do with. She thinks that there's like some sort of abuse of an indigenous life form. So she's kind of motivated by some actual decent things. She wants to, potentially stop that. But more importantly, she kind of wants to get famous for stopping
the
that.
strategic importance of the
not more important
of the subterranean life form that spreads through veins is often discussed, although the particulars of how it works are pretty sparse. It's just known to be very important to the Mirai. And while they normally stay away from the Enclave border, you know that there are several mining operations of it nearby.
The perfect place for me to uncover this conspiracy.
Yeah. So...
Break the case to the world!
Yeah, y'all are all shooting it. There are, by the way, added optional agendas to the document. You don't have to take one if you don't want to, but they are fun. So you guys have a holo table, a recreational console, like a TV screen, like little remotes here for like the built-in game system. This ladder takes you up to the under. This takes you up to like the street, stroke under street, stroke metro entrance.
This here?
The one that's like right here, but the one through this door.
I don't see your thing. I think you're on a different layer.
Yeah, Lee, here doesn't mean anything to us because we can't
I
see
think
the
you're
whole
on a
map.
different
I
layer.
know. I'm about to.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm about to be using my
that's
pointer
the
lines.
one.
But yeah, down here around this corner through this door is your not fireman's pole. It's your firewoman's ladder, and it takes you up
Hell yeah.
to where the platforms are, and it's also where your situation readiness holo table is. And there's also, bunks. You guys don't necessarily live here all the time. In fact, you probably don't. But
It's like a fireman's station where you sleep here on shift, so that someone will be here to respond to disasters in the nighttime. Yeah, and if you've worked here for at least a year, you've been in at least one 72-hour shift during a really hellish period with fire issues, tense construction, and other issues, as well as sometimes seismic instability in the planet due to the region that you're on. Can lead to, shall we say, issues with building and fires and such. So sometimes things are just going wrong and they always need rescue rangers on hand. Yeah.
But yeah.
Of course.
So you all are just hanging out, the telly is on, and also the holo tables, and they're just a general background burr of news of the day. And here we have a lovely demonstration for the Garden for Natural Life here on Zayden 6, where a group of Thren activists are attempting to expand a culture of the native bioforms which tend to crop up out of the impact craters. While we have been repeatedly informed that they are unrelated to the veins below the world, these activists believe in what is known as the One World Biosphere theory. Sorry, that's all the time we have for that. And now, more on the Unyielding Rain situation. Indeed.
Oh, you're just getting the good part.
The Unyielding Rain. So you guys know what the Unyielding Rain is. There has been a Mirai Dreadnought next to your space elevator for the past, half a year. Not super uncommon because, this is a Mirai world and their spaceships go all around. But the Unyielding Rain is particularly storied for its victories against the human fleet and serving the queen of this world. Yeah, an old one made in size to deploy massive scores of Mirai Marines. You guys see on the screen, if the screen is in the background, the air quotes camera is looking at the screen as you guys check out the station. There's its sides open and just unending rain of these specially bioengineered Mirai shoot out into the void, dance through oncoming point defense fire, getting splattered through space, and then a few of them just ram in and with their bodies just pierce the hull of the human ships, dig in, and then cameras mounted on some of them show you how they just tore through past surprised humans and threw them to vital machines, just absolutely suicide running at the direction of the Mirai aristocrats controlling them, vital elements, including the FTL drives, sometimes triggering cataclysmic reactions. Old war footage of human ships popping, as it is sometimes referred to, is seen in the background. Thank you, Marishi, for the sub.
Oh my goodness.
This is accompanied by a round table of 2 Thread and 1 human. They're discussing the presence at the space elevator, a decidedly human, sort of like large phallic piece of mega engineering that goes from the planet's surface up to like the upper atmosphere and allows for easy transit of goods and small vessels between the planet and not, and overcoming a lack of planetfall capacity. And yeah, it's been docked at the station at the top of it for repairs and restocks for about half a season. The Enclave's governing council has sort of been politely asking when it was going to be done, and the Morai aristocrats in charge of communications have not exactly been forthcoming.
Something's afoot.
Yeah,
I can feel it in my bones.
they're even... the name of the ship is, of course, the Unyielding Rain. It is large enough to be visible from the surface. Like, when you guys go outside, you can see this thing next to the space elevator. And it is it's a storied, centuries-old warship. And it is just hanging there. And the last 6 envoys to the Enclave have been sacked within a month. Here we see the audio from the last message, although we got it, the file was named Sick Kicks, but we didn't manage to get the holograph originally attached. You hear, like, the Marai's voice box translator crackle, and a sort of garbled message saying, "Of course." You hear, like, a human voice asking, isn't it seen as a bit of a sign of extra pressure after the Rastian smuggling incidents to maintain such a capital vessel in orbit and right at a civilian docking point when it could be put to better use patrolling the system? I mean, would you not say this at least represents increased pressure? No, of course not. It's in the name. Increasing the pressure would imply it had ever been left off. It's not the yielded rain. Losers. You hear the sound of like of wheels impacting pavement, and they throw up a holograph of like a board with wheels attached to it, and a Morai aristocrat engaged in some very strange and arcane dance. The Queen has been really pushing to have a human expert aristocrat convey. It should seem that there was some slight misunderstanding here about human culture, and yes, this is identified with a question mark as skateboard, but the full hologram doesn't come through.
Oh my god!
Well, Jim, it looks like they're looking at another sacked envoy this month. Hopefully they don't get sent to work on mine efficiency as well. Yeah, you said it right, Kathrak. So, I mean, we all know that Zayden 6 has a storied legacy in the war, but some are questioning the morality and ethics of the Morai Marine program. While it was certainly necessary for key victories against the Human Empire, it's been a long time, and people are beginning to question whether or not the tactics deployed at a certain battle were beyond the pale. And with this hanging reminder over us, I think it's time for Zen News, lowercase n, it's Zayden Enclave News, to run a special on the General. Now, as you know, the Morai aristocrat responsible hasn't returned to the Hive since, and then the one human on the panel speaks up and says, "Well, I mean, that's rich. How can we compare what what humanity did? I mean, popping a few FDLD drives isn't exactly a genocide." As things get heated, a little PSA pops up, and it cuts to a Thren gardening. She turns around and says, "Oh, I didn't see you there." And she pulls up a pot in spite of the fact that she's like in an orchard. And she's like, "Did you know that in your own hab, you can start growing?" And like, because there aren't ads, it's just a gardening PSA, like a home gardening PSA. The rest of the newsreel indicates that there's expected to be thunderstorms later in the day, and generally speaking, that traffic remains congested. However, Jell-O-based snacks are entering green availability, so no more need to hoard those coupons due to a recent shipment that's come down the grav chute, or as the space elevator is sometimes known. So yeah,
Amazing.
you guys are chilling, and you no longer need to hoard Jell-O snacks.
Cool. I make a note to go get Jello after work.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, was selling people my Jello snacks at a ridiculous markup to make a profit because I don't like Jello, and now my market is gone.
Whatever you do.
That's some anti-Trinity thought you're engaged in there, Hanatha.
But if you find any of those exotic human fruit flavored ones, oof, like blackberries. Oh my goodness,
Sure.
love those blackberry Jello.
Would you say that y'all are probably having this conversation, like, is it like around, because it's like dinner time?
Probably, I think we were watching the TV or something,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, where's the TV?
The
TV's
TV?
over
What room
here.
is it in?
Like
Okay,
the
green
top right
room.
one.
like the couch room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. I'll sit on this couch, which has 2 wrenches that mostly look like the bit of the claw machine.
No, those are
The claw.
game
Yeah,
controllers.
yeah. You shuffle the joysticks.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're actually designed to be miniaturized version of the Thren control interface, so you know them very well and have a hands down advantage at literally every video game. On
Oh
this
my god,
console.
she's a gamer. Oh,
I mean, yeah, pilots are basically video gamers in, a sci-fi
Yeah.
world.
Basically, yeah.
Now,
Are you telling me
Brandon
I could-
literally played them.
I was gonna say, are you telling me I could become a gamer? Sorry, a
I'm saying
pilot.
pilots are better at video
gamer.
games. Now that video gamers are better at piloting.
Oh well,
I'm
okay.
sure it
well,
works both ways.
now I'm offended.
Ooh.
yeah. So meanwhile, I see Camille and Hantha are kicking it, watching the news. There's a great gardening part showing up where she's showing you how to like mix the bio gel and like disperse it such that you can have a really cool like hanging hydroponic setup. Meanwhile,
Ooh.
Tweethian Pesh, are you?
Twive. It's Twive.
Are you in
at
the
end.
are you in the ops room with the firewoman's ladder and the
Ah.
readiness hollow table and the operations computer?
I wasn't intending to be there, but I guess I kind of am. I don't know. Maybe I'm checking out the computer. I don't know.
Yeah, so you're looking at the computer right as the chill synth bop pops off
Oh shit.
and the mood kicks on. Come on, track, play. Oh my
It's
god.
playing.
It
It's
is.
Whoa.
I can't hear it on the stream.
playing.
Oh
Okay, it's
no.
got-
Refresh
Can
your
you
roll
hear it?
20.
Can the stream
Oh.
hear it?
Indeed.
Holy shit.
This
So,
is
it's-
royalty free, really?
Yeah, it is. It's an alarm. That's right. The alarm is blaring. Rescue
Oh, shit.
Rangers! Rescue Rangers, mount up! It's time to
Camille-
pull on those
Camille,
fire
like-
retardant jumpsuits and get up the ladder.
Camille, like,
The ops
very
hollow
casually
table.
gets up and starts like calmly walking. Like,
The ops hollow table springs to life, and Tweetien, you see
Twive.
at the end, you see a flight path being calculated beyond the Enclave
Whoa.
at one of the nearby deep vein mines.
What?
Yeah, notably, a Mariah aristocrat was recently moved there amidst much concern about
Skateboard do that?
efficiency. Roll me if you'd like to have been snooping, anybody, or if you're just like plugged into the news and like you're on like the
Snooping.
the
Me
Mongolian cave
never.
painting forums of
Nah,
this
I
world.
was-
You can roll.
I was on
contact.
I was on like Trinity Twitter, so I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, so if you guys have any, if you guys,
I only watch gardening and cooking shows.
yeah, if you guys,
I'd never snoop.
if you have any gear, it's here. Camille, of interest to you, as you are the markswoman on
Camille.
this. Camille on this. What did I call? Yeah, Ark. Yeah, air rescue crew on this Ark. You have by default 2 reloads of tranks and 1 reloads of ballistic slugs. This is you rarely ever you might have like 5 times in your career actually fired a slug.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh wait, we actually count ammo? I've never counted ammo. in this
You
system
you
before.
don't count ammo. It's just that if you shoot and roll panic, You empty the mag, and you need to reload.
Right.
So you don't need to worry about
Okay.
shots. Just
Okay.
that you have 2 reloads of tranks, 1 reload of actual shoot people bullets.
Uh-huh.
And you probably don't chill with your guns, so it's at the racks. Anything you guys
Yeah.
might need is there. Anything you want to leave behind is, there's cubby holes for it. But yeah, the hologram
So-
pops up.
For the rest of us, like, do we normally use trank ammo then? Because I have, a standard service pistol because
As a pilot,
everyone does forever.
no. Although like the service pistols and such, you're not normally expected to have to use those. You're mostly given it because it's considered an air quotes hardship deployment that you have to go beyond the zone, beyond the urbanized zone.
Oh, we should have guns. I'll add mine.
You can take a service pistol, particularly for missions beyond the zone. You are going on a mission beyond the zone.
Okay, I'll take one.
Yeah, although you are also reminded, like in the bottom right of like the HUD on your glasses or whatever, that you are guests in Mirai territory, and the Queen's reign is absolute and sovereign.
What is the queen's name?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
The Queen of Zayden 6.
Remember my naming convention.
Yeah.
They're entirely important.
Her name is Enduring Pride.
Okay.
That's not bad. Yeah, I'll take it.
Pat's like, we'll see if you like the Mirai's name, who you're gonna meet.
Acceptable.
That is me.
Yeah, so Hive Queen Enduring Pride. This is her world. This is her hive. Zayden 6 is more the technical definition for the Trinity. Like this is Enduring Pride. You're on Enduring Pride.
Nice. What?
Just look at the chat. Just look at the chat.
You were found out this is Rainbow's first alien RPG. Gives second time still gives it dangerous to go alone. Yeah, Camille. Yeah, you notice in your boot, you notice that there's a spare a knife, huh?
Wait, whose boot? Oh, rainbows. Got
Yeah,
it.
Camille's.
Oh, I already have a knife, but thank you.
Oh, you got 2 now. You can throw one.
Now.
Wow,
Yeah.
fun.
So y'all have you all see the
A
operation.
knife? Not like a spare grenade? This is Alien. A knife is not going to help you.
Well, you guys
Who
see
knows?
on the screen you see like the display of where you need to go. Troubling to you, Hantha, because it shows the path of the storm is actually going to hit you before you can reach it. And
Wow.
while they're not super powerful, your Arc R1 is intended mostly for ops in the urbanized zone. It's more for like precise maneuvering around scrapers and descents and careful landings and like opening of the back so Camille can shoot out and shit. Not really for headlong into the storm. It can do it, but not exactly what it's rigged for at the moment. Yeah, you guys hear your handler come across by call sign Crossroads. This is Crossroads to Arc R1. Say again, Crossroads to R1. We need you in that bird's stat. We have something of a diplomatic situation on our hands. We're getting a call from a Mirai aristocrat within Mirai territory asking for a rapid response. Apparently there's been a collapse at one of the mining ventures. They need extract. Stat. They're a high-ranking member of the Hive. I can only assume we're being called in because time is of the essence. Otherwise, they would handle this internally.
All right.
What about the storm?
Crossroads to Arc R1. You register the anomalies in your flight path, by which I mean weather, and yes, normally I would not clear you for flight, but you have an A+ S rank platinum ranking as a pilot, Hanthamir, and I, as your commanding officer, both believe in you and believe in the consequences of failing to act right now. I have, against the automated procedures, cleared you for launch. I trust you.
She's a challenger gamer.
Oh my goodness.
High ranking.
Got it,
gamer.
Crossroads.
Question. Who is there like who's the like commanding officer, you know?
Oh, you mean like of your squad? Or
Yeah,
team?
of like three of us, yeah.
Theoretically, it is I would say Hanthamir, because she's the pilot, and ultimately for the arc, like, the pilot's word kind of has to stand. There's not time to have a
that makes
back and
sense,
forth
yeah.
with the pilot. Like,
Okay.
like the only person above Hantha in the immediate chain is Dispatch, is Crossroads.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I seem like I don't tell you guys how to do your jobs. I tell you
Yeah.
if we need to leave because of
You have like
flight
the last say
conditions.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all very, Trinity, very Thren, things are kind of kumbaya until
Oh my
someone needs to
goodness.
take off. But yeah.
I'm up the ladder.
It's like, yeah, we call it a rescue facilitator instead of using any, authoritative word that might have negative
Exactly.
connotation.
Yeah, so with the alarm still kind of going off, you guys ascend to the streets of Zayden 6 amidst some pittering rains as the forbearance of the storm has already arrived. You're at the Crossroads pads, and you see your bird. Flight Control Francine is there as well.
Right.
She's-
Does
she's-
she have a name or just the ARCR1?
You probably the official the official destination is ARC-R1. You could definitely have given it a name, and you're like the dedicated pilot who does half of its flights, so it can be whatever you want it to be called.
So I know that the Thren word for dog is like Dwand. Is there a word for puppy yet?
Haven't made it yet, but let's go with
Duandu.
Dwan. Yeah, Dwandu. How about Dwandu?
Okay, Dwandu.
Yeah, so
Dwandu.
the Duandu is on the pad.
It's official.
How does Lee spell it correctly with the proper?
No, I don't.
With the
So,
proper
Flight Control Francine
Friend
there.
spelling.
She gives you a wave with her luxurious hair before popping her helmet on and lighting up her little glow sticks that she's gonna wave at you to lead you out.
Hmm.
See.
You curb, splatter up the stairs and make your way, piling into the Duandu, which is mechanically an unarmed Shan. If that
already
becomes
in.
relevant. Yeah. And you guys pile up, as you have many times before.
Mhm.
And, find your way into the cockpit as I... Well, one of you find your way in the cockpit as I transfer you to the map.
I assume Camille would be like kind of sitting on the edge of it, if that makes sense, like on one of the sides.
The thing is, it's... Oh, wait, is the Cheyenne a side
Ready to
mounter?
deploy?
I don't know.
I imagined it was a rear
Oh, man.
dismounter.
I figured
Oh.
that they are too. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Well, I assume she's like kind of sitting over the edge on the back,
Yeah,
kind of.
hanging by the edge.
Mhm.
Boy,
Nice.
the door is closed, but yeah, like you're right on the edge.
Can the door be
There's no
open?
like console, right? Oh my goodness.
It can be. It's
Damn.
just that
What a badass.
I want my aesthetic, cool pose, Lee.
you have the aesthetic cool pose like as it takes off, but like
Ooh.
Hanta will presumably like the back when you go towards the storm.
All right. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair
All
enough.
right,
fair enough.
crew. Today's
Yeah.
disaster, fittingly enough, is the 1917 Halifax explosion in human history when two ships collided. Because one ship didn't respect right of way, and they both exploded. And none of the war supplies got where they were going because they exploded. And none of the
Yeah.
dynamite got where it was going because it exploded. So let's be careful out there. We steered this dangerous storm.
Amazing.
Camille's like, what?
No, you would know this because I do it every single time we take off. I remind us that, disaster awaits if we aren't careful every single time.
I
Ooh,
guess
I love it
it'd be
when she
like,
says those things.
I guess it'd be like, yeah. No.
It's probably
Fly the
be
damn
bored of the
plane.
time and you would be uncareful because of that. But sometimes there are safety drills, barrel rolls up
Actually-
unexpectedly, like snakes that pop out of
Camille would be like,
Amazing.
Camille would be like, I want you to know if that does happen, I'm doing that intentionally to bother you. If we
Amazing.
do run into another arc with a bunch of dynamite on it, I am steering us into it.
Indeed. So
Can't
yeah.
we all just be friends?
She gives you like a deadpan look as she says this.
It's like, of course we can. One stimulus therapy to deal with her self-destructive tendencies, and we hug her a bunch.
She seems like she needs more hugs.
Oh, joy.
This is what humans in the Trinity have to deal with. You just have to deal with it.
Yeah. So yeah, that thunder starts popping. On the mirror, you see, bing, bing, bing. It's your autopilot is trying to guide you around the storm.
That's cool. Production value, but
And you're not so like you don't know how much time you have, but Crossroads has charted you a course against the autopilot straight in.
Yeah, I turn off the autopilot and follow that course.
All right, can you give me that piloting?
Yeah. No, not today, Roll20. Today is Wednesday night. No one is using you.
Dang.
Very nice. And
yeah, I had to like refresh too. You might have to just refresh the Roll20.
okay, I think it's going.
That looks so goofy when I dance.
Wow, the thunder effects are so pug.
Yeah, they're good.
Just imagine, soon we will have a Thran Pog emoji
Pug.
as
pug,
part
pug.
of our Diesel Shot lineup.
Okay, it wasn't supposed to roll twice, but
Wow.
We'll take the first one. So you succeed, and you get one piloting stun.
okay.
I love the sled system so much. I think it's the best part about this system.
That is hilarious.
Immediately, my brain just started thinking of a bunch of stupid shit you could do. like I honestly completely ignore all the cool like beneficial things you could do with stunts and just like what's a cool thing that I could do?
Yeah, like what's the
There's
showing off option?
yeah. Every time.
Okay, here are your actual skills. All right, piloting. Yeah, it's really just either gain a +1 to a later skill roll or show off. So I'm gonna gain a +1 if we have to navigate through the storm again.
How safe of you.
Nice.
Safety first.
Nice.
As much as I'd like to do a barrel roll in the middle of the storm.
I thought the first thing that came to my mind is you start to dip into a barrel roll and then you pull it back and you're like, that you thought I was going to do a barrel roll there. However, in this one incident back in this year, like
It's like I noticed you didn't strap it immediately as soon as you
yes.
noticed me.
All right. So as you head into the storm, you get close to your destination as your pilot cuts expertly through the wind. You receive a hailing frequency from a high-ranking Mirai IFF. It's probably an aristocrat, but the message is garbled. You can't quite read it. Does anybody have any comm tech that might allow them to boost the signal?
Why, yes. Yes, I would.
Oh,
Let
I
me-
have Comtech too.
Oh, also you.
no,
Oh, yeah, right. We have a little bit of
pilot's
crossover.
job.
not me.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Go for
yours
it.
is probably better though, since you're a company agent.
Technically, yes. But you're in the pilot seat. You can do it. I'll come in to back you up if you need support. Did
Slightly faster.
Okay. Yikes.
All right, yeah.
I jump in? Help is on the way. Wow, we have the
Yeah.
same role.
Yeah,
Or same ability.
Hanthamir, you're like, oh, I know what to do. I'll just run it as administrator. That doesn't seem to work for some reason. But then, Twythian seems to
Twythian.
seems to get in there just fine. I will learn one day. Twythian
Every
seems to
time.
figure it out just fine. And yeah, you guys start to get a signal as you see the IFF decode as touch no feel.
Touch, no feel.
What?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
It's the name of this Mirai aristocrat.
But that's not an emotion name. or a
Or is
use name. I don't know what that is.
Touch no feel.
I mean,
Is this a reference to something?
it? You know that it is an allusion to the Mirai concept of intuition.
Interesting.
So wait, but is that his Mirai name for other Mirai, or is that his name for Threnin humans? Because
That's his Mirai name for other Mirai because that's what their IFFs are keyed to. It's like their official legal name. He probably has like a
Okay.
I'm Bob, but like that's not what's showing up on your screen right now. You see a Mirai aristocrat wearing a biosuit. His hologram pops up, and you hear through the translator, "Rescue Rangers, I am in need of immediate assistance. There's been a collapse. Massive cataclysmic reaction from the biosilicates. You're going to need to descend through the..." And what he says next is sort of like obfuscated, and you hear a terrible cracking sound, and... What do you mean? As something pushes out. But you do get a holographic display pop up of the mine, and it blinks and shows you a shaft, which would allow you to descend right next to where Touch No Feel's office is labeled as being. Otherwise, on foot, it would take you a half hour to get there. And while you don't know Touch No Feel's current condition, the hailing frequency drops, and you can't talk to him anymore after he sends that.
Okay, do we have the crappy Thrin biosuits that give us air supply, or are we just expected to go into this mine that he's wearing a biosuit for?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
A lot of Thread ships that are intended to go into space are equipped with the shitty, like low air
but this
supply.
isn't a spacefaring ship, but we do want a lot of rescue situations.
Yeah, so
I was
like,
gonna say, yeah.
Really think
I
firefighters
don't
will in this world if you have the ability.
I mean, yeah, like you guys, there are definitely gas masks here, and like the +3 armor against fire also extends to some things like acids or bases, alkaline forces, that sort of a thing. So yeah, you're not going to. You're probably not going to have an issue because you do have to respond. You have to respond to like chemical spills and shit.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
So yeah. So now you approach the facility and you see the shaft that has been indicated on the hologram. It is a tighter fit, not exactly intended for your vehicle because some of the Mirai VTOLs are expected to crawl down the shaft and take off from the roof.
Yep. That
However,
tracks.
However, those vehicles are much larger, and there's enough room to make the descent. Getting out might be a little trickier, though. The only alternative is if you wanted to repel the shaft.
Do we have repelling equipment? Because that was not previously mentioned.
Sorry.
I guess we are rescue people. Like we probably should.
We have like the rescue prerequisites,
Yeah. So you guys have
all the rescue gear.
You guys have enough.
Brief structural stability check. Like, do we have any computer systems, any way of evaluating whether the shaft will collapse around us in our ship?
Sure. Presumably, you have Twithy on the sensors.
Twythian
on the sensors.
I mean, originally I did make a typo in spelling the name, so I kind of understand. But
Twythian, give me a comtech to bring that up.
Yes. Doing that now. Sorry there for that.
All right. Yeah. So the shaft stability is good. It has been bored deliberately to be safe with the shape and breaking of the Earth. And additionally, you by giving this to the Navi computer, you can give a +1 on piloting rolls to nav the shaft, which is going to be important. It might be important. Additionally, you learn that it looks like the truck entrance has suffered a collapse, and even if you were to try and run or drive down it, it's not clear it will be empty. What's more, you're getting off the charts readings in pH, not from acids, but from alkalines. There's some basic bases in there.
Interesting. Do we know anything about this planet that would result?
So wait,
in
really
having
quick. Our ship is small enough to fit down this.
I mean,
Yes.
it's not like I think it's a tight fit, but it's like feasible. Yeah.
This isn't like a mining shaft. This is literally something that they use to. This is like their exit from the hive.
You'd,
right?
you'd be reaching a helipad intended for an alien race's vehicles. Yes.
Yes, their ships tend to have crawly bits. Useful
Okay,
for
quick
asteroid
vote,
mining.
friends. Whether we repel or take our ships down, I vote we take the ship.
Yeah.
I
would
also
kind of
vote we
agree.
put-
I will note the standing modifier for the piloting down the shaft will be a piloting -2 with the +1 from fuck it, Twithy. From Twithy's roll, we'll put that to a piloting -1 overall.
You know what? I'll take it. I can work with Twithy.
Twithian?
Okay, so I'm making the roll now. We
Yeah.
decided that this is
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
It's a piloting
Okay.
-1.
Well, yeah.
Well, but +2 because she what? 'Cause she got like the +1 from earlier, right?
Well, that her +1 from earlier is
No,
now.
this one doesn't
storm.
apply. But I do get a +2 because of the talent I took was that I know the ship like the back of my hand. So I get a +2 to all
Yeah,
piloting
yeah.
rolls in this baby. So it, I think, bounces out to a +1 if it was a -1. Yeah, so.
I like how Leland this episode is like, can't pronounce because alien, can't pronounce because alien, can't pronounce because French. Oh, Hantha, you bring it down expertly. Let me know, how do you stunt? Absolutely stunt on
Yeah,
them.
so
two.
obviously a +1 to go back up the shaft later when we're escaping from alien monsters or bases or whatever, and then the extra one for, showing off. So I just do this as well as you can possibly do it. I guess I descend with like the smoothness of an elevator or something, since the key is maneuvering here.
Yeah, no, it's a real
Lovely.
smooth descent, and you all dust down.
Somehow, like elevator music just like starts playing in the ship. Like you're not certain how. Like.
I mean, you can turn it on, like, yeah, lovely music plays.
As you descend,
She literally plays elevator music on like a piano as she's piloting the ship.
I didn't
Now that's a
have
stunt.
flexible toes. There's like a tiny keyboard.
So like the way well, actually, Madeline, you can decide which 2 squares you want to be the exit entrance ramp. Because you
Is that going to be important?
Matter, but they're
It might in the future.
it's not impossible, but I was going to default to here, but you did so well, you could
I
like
mean, I feel like the center is fine because we don't know which of these paths we'll need to take.
yeah. Although the schematics do indicate that due south from here, down on the map, is where the office of that person you were in contact with is.
Okay. And this is just like the ground beneath the hive stuff?
Yeah, so this this is a mining operation. They have been doing this like sort of scatter. You're not. How would you ever been inside of a Mirai hive or a Mirai mine?
I probably would have investigative journalism.
Okay, you know that not doing a floor like that is normally a sign that someone is cutting corners. Normally because it's not necessary. Because this floor being a very smooth natural floor versus a hex probably isn't going to make the biosilica arrive in the Queen's vaults any faster.
Oh, smart. And also
Can I
interesting.
see this?
I think I
Is
see
this-
somebody underneath the...
Yeah, you see a
Oh,
Mirai drone crushed by a big fuck off boulder.
Yeah.
Oh no! They might not be sentient, but they are still living creatures.
Try to run over there.
It twitches, bleeding.
Aw.
Can I do? Okay, remind me how Overwatch works in the system again.
Um,
You just do it, and then whenever something comes in your sight, you shoot it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I do that like right here. As one of you go and help them.
You establish.
Yeah.
You see obvious signs that
I'm not very strong.
a rock has fallen. If anyone would like to give me a stamina roll, they could try and help.
Oh,
this-
we can actually help the guy.
Yeah, I
okay,
think
I thought,
that's
I thought it
you,
was
like-
yeah, I thought it was so
I'll
giant.
overlap with my range
my
combat
God!
when you lift the boulder with your strength. Oh, good job.
Holy shit! Your
Wait,
thread
man.
xenophilia just comes in clutch, and you manage to lift the rock for just long enough for the Mirai drone to like crawl out. You can tell like its legs are going to require like extensive repairs. Like it's gonna need a new pair, but it can crawl.
I mean, eventually, I think they grow back.
Do,
But I
do
don't
these
actually
things
know that for
speak?
sure.
Question mark. The
Um,
drones?
Mirai,
No.
aristocrats have like translator boxes. This fucker
Yeah.
doesn't. Additionally,
Yeah.
like, you're standing over like basically a grate, and below you is like a green bubbling liquid.
Can it understand speech though?
Not from you.
No, it can understand simple commands from aristocrats, but not
Yeah.
human speech or Thrin speech.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this-
it does not know what.
Yeah,
what
we
the
need
fuck's
to find the aristocrat, basically.
Which direction is the office supposed to be in? South, right? South
The
from
other way,
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
south.
It was due south from the pad, and by the way,
Can I get this dude on my back and like lug him towards?
yeah, and while all of you are here, can our two Thren give me an observation -2, and then can you just give me a straight observation?
Hmm.
What's this racism?
Yeah.
Or, I
what?
mean, just positionality.
I think it's
Oh, actually, though.
it's pretty much where I'm standing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
All right, Camille, you see
Will we
Uh,
ever pronounce my name?
a flash of metal. It's 6 years of French, and I still don't got it. A flash of like maybe metal far to the east, in a dark mine
Of
shaft.
metal?
Yeah,
Like the glint of metal kind of thing? Is
yeah,
what
like
you
a,
mean?
yeah, like a glint of metal. Now, what do you want to use that stunt on?
Oh.
The observation stunts are boring stuff, but I think one of them is like, is it going to attack me? Which might be.
Oh
No,
yeah.
it's a metal. Let's see.
Sure. I don't know what the stunts
Somewhere.
are.
Oh,
for
observation. You can ask, is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? How do I get impressed away? So I think, is it coming for me might be the obvious
Yeah,
question here.
is
Those are
it
the
coming
only
for
three
me?
questions you can ask.
It's not coming. for
Yeah,
you.
we have to have
It's not coming for you?
observation.
It's not
Okay.
coming for you.
Yeah, seriously. It's like space combat. It's not helpful unless you're being chased by a xenomorph.
Yeah, seriously, we have to fix that shit.
What? Sorry?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, for at least for Change Stars, and probably honestly for our Alien RPG content, we should really fix the observation rolls to be more, honestly, more like the compact rolls.
Yeah.
Just using those as a base of op. Anyway, yeah.
All right, yeah. So you guys, you're recovering the drone. Camille, you've noticed what you've noticed,
You
and
said it right. Fuck.
Camille.
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 Camille. You guys.
We all got Dangerous to go on from Tsubaki.
Oh, yo, shout out to Shin.
Oh,
Baichi? I don't
Yeah, wait.
How many
Baichi.
Baichi? I don't know how to pronounce Japanese. I'm sorry.
tonight is just pronunciation failure.
How many digits to go?
I
What?
can pronounce
To the plot.
French words. I'm good at
I think
that.
it's Tsubaki anyway.
I want a 2, a 3. We'll see. We'll see how many dangerous to go ons. But as you all withdraw, I mean, I assume you guys are withdrawing. I think you're moving.
Yeah, we want to go
Yeah,
south,
let's
I
go.
think, right?
Yeah.
Well, so we're not going to check out the glinted metal? Did you even tell us about it?
I mean, yeah, I tell you about it. Actually, here's a question. Can I, like, call out down the hall?
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
you can shout.
Yeah, I'll be
I'm
like-
not going to stop you.
This is what is our designation again? Arc 2? Or
Arc
is it Arc
1.
1?
Arc
Arc
1.
This is the crew of Arc 1. Reveal yourself if you're hidden.
You hear maybe the east. You're not sure. Like a sound of like skittering electronics, like shh, a staticky frying sound.
Interesting.
I see.
At just that moment, you feel a shift in the earth, and a spattering of blue
Ooh.
dust falls around you. You see glinting gems, or something like them, at the edge of these green pools. They seem almost melted.
Can I get off the pool?
Yeah. But yeah, so the Mirai drone would, once it's like liberated, begin attempting to crawl to the east.
Okay.
Um,
All right, just leave it. We need to
Yeah,
go find
okay,
the aristocrat, or we can't deal with any of the drones.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
that's true. we
Can I
can't control
watch
them.
it until it goes around a corner at least?
Yeah, it goes for the first corner.
Okay. And I saw the glint at the second corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever.
No.
Knock on the door, I guess.
So, Twithy, you find there's a window, which is not super normal, into what appears to be like an office, like a personal space.
Ooh, I snooped through the window like an old-fashioned detective.
You snoop, and it's you find it would be dangerous to go alone. What's this? And
Oh.
you see that there is a flickering on this console in the southeast. And it seems like it's intended to be a communications console. And it's flashing the Mirai symbol for disconnected. Kind of like you've lost your Wi-Fi symbol, but it also refers to someone, like, there's like a number of injuries and brain damage and such that one can receive that basically would deafen a Mirai and to disconnect, like, they wouldn't be able to interpret pheromone communications anymore.
Oh no.
And that's the same symbol it's flashing. You've snooped enough to know that that means that it is not, that comms console is fried.
Oh shit.
That's a hard disconnect.
Can I break the window?
Yeah, what do you do? What do you use to break it?
I have a chrome briefcase.
Give me a regular melee combat under strength.
With briefcases
There's
considered
also
a melee
also
weapon?
like a little like door like control panel to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
As I
Okay.
see you
No, no,
swinging
no,
at
but
it, I just
I
walk
already-
up and like press the button. Does it open?
No, it seems to be expecting the kind of like the equivalent of a fingerprint, but like from the mandible tips of a Mirai.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got an SSDD. I might be able to hack it.
Oh, hell yeah, you do.
Alright.
You know that the Trinity has a universal port system, and sliding open the plastic on the bottom, you see you can jack in. It takes a
Okay.
while and says, translating, and the foreignness of the system is an issue. In fact, it seems like some custom changes have been made. This is going to be a Comtech -1, but you gain, I believe, a +2 for using your device.
Yeah.
So it shakes
Okay.
out to a +1 overall.
I literally could have done that. I'm so stupid.
That's alright, that's
Well,
alright.
you didn't know there was a console there. Like, we didn't
Fair
mention
enough.
until after you tried to break the window.
Yeah, your chrome briefcase goes boink.
I'm fair. Ouch. I'd like to think I hit myself over the head with it and all of my papers go out. And, you know, briefly anybody who's looking can see, like, all sorts of scribbled ass
Wait,
notes.
that's not right at all. Sorry,
It
I
is
think
not
roll
working.
20 was so messed up. Just roll another 4 dice. Or just 3 and then 1 because you can't roll anything. Wait, what? Ugh, Jesus Christ. Why would you roll them all together? Okay, no. And then,
Yeah, roll 20 can
I
be...
hate you, roll 20.
Roll 20 has been struggling of late.
Okay, so still one success anyway.
Yeah, so you got a success. It's a pretty simple door control, although you do see, it looks like, it has a strange signature to it. You're not quite sure what. But you open the door. And the flippy flappy wall panel pops open. And, you know, much like the pillars and, like, wall... If you didn't know there was a door here, it'd be hard to tell. You know, there's, like, pillars and shit that look like it. There's walls that look like it. Point is, you see, like, a little, like, almost, like, Mirai personal computer device, if there was such thing as personal anything in a hive. And, of course, the passageway to a personal amniotic fluid bathing
Okay.
chamber.
Oh, wow. Fancy.
Yeah, a little foss and such.
This
I'm
guy
staying
has
out
some
here.
nerve.
With
And we don't see any traces of Mirai blood
Well,
or any...
Give me an observation to like case the place, but as anyone steps like behind the console, it will power to life.
Okay, well, that's my time to also do the same thing. Low-tech solutions don't work, clearly.
All right.
We must be evolved and intelligent here.
So,
Alright.
so you punch into the machine. All right. So, Hantha, you see what appear to be like hurried like footsteps, leading right up to this wall.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What the computer do?
So you fire up the computer and.
Oh, I've got my data chip attached
Hmm.
too, by the way, and with my extra success, I want to copy the contents.
All right. So you see a few things. One, you see a door control protocol with 3 doors. They are they are labeled in clockwork order.
Okay, well, I open... Which way do clocks turn? This one.
Good God,
The
Pat.
secret door begins to open. Additionally,
Question I don't think any DM could ever predict.
you
No,
unlock.
I totally get that. The worst part of any foreign language is learning how time works. I'm like, I don't know how to
They
read
go
clocks,
like-
okay? It's not
Like this, Pat.
Well, where does it start? Oh, at the top, probably. Was that number 2?
Yeah, I mean, clockwise is like
I'm sorry for being a dumb. Anyway. Door opens. Woo! What else is on the thing?
Yeah, so weirdly it pops up. It is dual running in a separate shell. Auto Nation, a RAS distributed OS.
Oh,
And
goodness.
The last
Fucking
interaction was
finally.
is left on an open browser, and it is buying passage on a private vessel to insert that one roving Ronin ship that you know about, Pat.
oh shit.
Oh, I know about, okay. Interesting.
Like, I know, I don't know if you had a name for it, I just remember us discussing it exists.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not like roving. They don't do bad things. It's just kind of a place for exiled
Well, yeah,
Mariah
but
to be happy.
Yeah.
And chill.
yeah.
Okay,
shit.
well, being happy and chill when they've been exiled because they failed to serve their queens is a crime.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's
Crazy.
fucking running. Oh, boy.
Running from what?
I don't know, but it's going to make me
Yeah, by the way,
this is going to make me very upset when we find out
Um,
what bad thing is going on here.
so-
Oh no.
So Camille, to the north, you see another Mirai drone with non-smashed legs that's just sort of like headed towards the truck area. It doesn't really mind you.
Okay. The truck area is
Oh, like the
Broken
tunnel that's
in,
busted. Yeah. Like like you see like 100 meters on, it gets to the first like fallen rubble and just starts chomping on rock and like cleaning the way.
Oh yeah.
It is going to
As
take it
they
a
do.
long time.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I've copied everything down from this computer, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless you stop me. Yeah. Okay.
And
Then
there's a secret door opens, and through the secret door, you have to pass through the secret door to see what is beyond it, due to Lee fucking up the map. I mean, due to the bends of the descent. But yeah, you hear that same crackling electronic noise from earlier coming from it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Is
gonna
this
grab
the
my
direction it
service
was coming
protocol.
from?
Maybe. Hard to say. It's east and east. And Camille, are you? I'm assuming you guys.
yeah,
all
I
have
mean,
radio
if people
contact.
tell me we're going in, I'll follow.
Oh yeah, I'd probably say something like, "Come on."
Okay.
Oh goodness.
Boy.
Ooh.
Camille's like,
Where's
don't
that
touch
stuff?
the green stuff.
Yeah, and now at this point, I would like you all to roll initiative for no particular reason.
Oh bloody blinking.
Oh.
No particular reason.
Bloody
Oh no.
There he is. Wow. he-
Oh, I'm good at initiative apparently. Oh shit! I see the guy, or the well, actually technically gal, but I use guys.
Yeah, see, I
gender
just did
neutral.
it. Yeah, like, that's another
There's
thing.
there's the perp.
Yay! And for reference, Rainbow, there's a little button that says initiative dice, where all the things say like panic or whatever.
It's in the very
Yeah,
middle
yeah.
left
Sorry about
on
that.
the side.
Yeah. I see it. I was just having a conversation. Sorry. So I want initiative dice. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. So this guy called us, and then she tries to run.
Or
You literally asked us to come.
well, maybe something happened
In
after
between
that. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Like, maybe she still does want to be rescued.
Yeah.
Something
Maybe it's
else will
just
appear on the
a-
turn tracker, or
Yeah. So you
they have
guys,
been out that makes sense.
Yeah.
see through like this hole. You see a zone
Which one?
over.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
a
far can you move on a
machine.
turn? again?
Oh,
30
shit.
feet, I think, is one zone.
30 feet. Okay. Wait. Where do we see
Oh.
the
That's a
machine?
masked robot?
I
What is
don't
that
see the
doing
machine.
here?
What indeed
What?
is an RT10T in the M9er configuration doing here?
Hmm.
Oh my.
Does it? Okay. So remind me, using like observing something, like looking at something, is a fast action, right? Like during combat.
Yeah, so you're not. So to clarify, you are not in combat. You're in air quotes stealth mode, which means you can
Oh.
either move a zone or move a zone and do a thing, or move two zones on your turn, and it takes a minute. So over the course of a
So-
whole minute, this RT10T M9er walks in and starts to say, "Alert, alert! Anti-flood protocols, anti-flood protocols," and starts to release some sort of chemical agent in a spray form out over the base.
Okay, it doesn't look like it's trying to kill the Mariah. So I can move 30 feet. You said?
Well, you can move 30 feet and do a thing. You can move 60 feet.
You can move air
You
quotes
can move 30
a zone, so it gets kind of fast and loose.
Yeah,
The
okay.
left side
So-
of that room beyond you is a zone, and the right side is a different zone.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like move here. I don't see anything.
Well, just announce who you are and say, like, ask him what.
Yeah,
assistance
no,
you
I'm
need.
going
You're
to. I'm
just-
going to. Yeah, I'm like, this is the crew of same thing I said before. Basically, this is the crew of Arc One. We received the distress signal. Do you need assistance? Like towards the Mariah? I don't like. Does it? Can I tell it's the person from earlier? Like,
They're wearing the same biosuit. You hear a crackling, and you see that like the box, like where the translator is, looks smashed. And so like you don't
Oh,
understand
man.
what they're trying to communicate to you, but they do look like they're like have recognized you and understood, and they're trying to move towards you.
Okay.
So moving to this square would be another zone, yeah?
Well, so you were in this zone. You'd be in this
Yeah.
zone. That's one zone.
Okay. Can I set up like a like we're trying to help him, right? Like
Mhm.
I assume he can get over here himself, no?
Yeah. Although it does look like he's taken some damage, like maybe a rock fell on him, or
Uh-huh.
them. You know.
I'm kind of scared of something popping out of this goop, to be honest.
Yeah. But
I'm I'm gonna
Go.
stand here. And so is overwatching like an action? I'm sorry. I'm not versed in the system, I apologize.
It's
Overwatch.
like it's like a slow
As a fact
action.
section, you can zoom into Overwatch position in a specific direction as long as you have a ranged weapon and have no enemies with
Yeah,
engagement.
you don't need to worry. In this
So,
instance, yes, you can do it.
So basically, you can't move in Overwatch, right? Because you need both your fast and your slow action, and if you move, you don't have one of those.
Oh, so I can't like I would have to be back here, Overwatching. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
bear
I'm
in mind-
asking
so
Lee, I
we're
think
moving.
that's-
We're moving in 1 minute turns, so disregard that to some
Yeah.
extent. Can you do it
Okay.
in
Yeah.
1 minute? And yes, I think you can post up in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
then
really,
I
like
post
maybe you
up
want to
here.
move slightly to the side because no one can get past you. So if the Mariah needs
Oh,
assistance, blocking,
you can't
are
move
blocking
over-
us. Well,
you
we
can't-
can, but it looks awkward. Like you're clearly
Yeah,
standing in the
okay.
doorway.
My bad. True. I'll move here and
All
do
right.
that.
So all right, on Touch No Feel's turn, they bolt through 2 zones, and they sort of make a weird chattering at you, and something comes through the blasted box that says "Ksh, room." Ksh." Not quite clear what that means. But yeah, that's their turn. Twythian.
Okay, that one's me. I guess. Twithy. You can just call me Twithy, it's fine. So I'm going to see Touch No Feel, and I'm just gonna ask her like, that room, gesture with your hands. Or that room, what room?
They gesture up.
I know we're gonna go up. Be more specific, please. You're trying to help. And also, can I interview you after this?
And I like to do
Priorities.
like, interview.
For the report that we have to file. It's standard, right? We always have to file reports.
We don't normally bring them up during our mission.
Well, I don't see any
Okay,
urgency.
Yeah, that's clear. Okay, so how damaged does the box look? Like, does it look like there's any way of me, I don't know, like connecting it to my SSD so I could get like a readout of what he's trying to say?
Good point.
It
Probably do. Pretty
would
big.
be kind of
Complex
so
role,
like the
yeah.
thing is that like vital elements of it have been broken, so it's not a matter of like bypassing anymore. You would need a heavy machinery probably,
Okay,
or like a,
Ranger-wise,
you could spend a whole
or-
minute rolling Comtech, but like Touch No Feel is presently moving.
yeah. Well, okay, so like, is there any way that we've been told in our manuals to communicate with the Mariah whose voice box isn't working during an emergency? I feel like that's a situation that's come up sometime in Coalition history. I mean, Trinity
Yeah.
history.
That
Yeah.
is probably quite
There
true.
is a special kind of Morse code. Mm,
That is true.
You're not guaranteed that most people. You're not guaranteed that literally every aristocrat would know it, but those who are old enough would almost certainly know it.
Okay, do we know it, or do any of us know it? Because we are like trained rangers on a Mariah-dominated planet.
Yeah, if there was any planet where you were gonna be someone and just know it, yeah. So you can
Yeah,
go up and
I
like
especially probably.
you
have-
can go
I've
up and just
definitely
like start
been
like
spending that time
tapping
researching
on her, and she can tap you back.
I assume it's like a you both put your left hand flat and then right hand taps kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like one person like you put your left hand out, they put their left hand out, and then you put
Yeah, initiate emergency communication to be like, I don't even know what to say. I guess like problem question mark.
It's
Like,
I think follow.
It says
Are you joking? Can we help you?
liquid.
well, I mean, obviously there's a problem, but like, what is the problem? I'm trying to just communicate as quickly as possible, like, or room.
It says liquid danger rogue machines.
Ooh.
That's pretty
Okay.
clear.
Alright,
Aha.
you know, companions.
Mm.
All right.
Sounds like back through the door for us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't see a reason why not to, right?
Yeah. So this fella right here says this personal technique is engaged. You see, like the alkaline is sort of like settling a little, like almost like the pH is changing around here. But then it like stands ramrod stiff and says, "Initiating mining operation. Target biosilica
Oh.
nearby. target biosilica nearby. And then it just sort of like fires its laser at this nearby wall, and you see all of it light the fuck up, and like there is a green glow that overtakes this room and shoots out underneath to the pools near where you are. And you hear the sound of like a small like avalanche from that as that secret passage where you came through collapses. Furthermore, like there's like other collapses starting to happen. You see this Mirai drone is like barely just poking their head out as it hits them.
Wait, was that the one we just rescued?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's a drone. Let's bring about real lives here.
Fair.
Damn. I mean, true. But damn.
It is true.
Meat puppet.
Okay,
Oh my
it's uncollapsed.
It's got a face. I'm still not comfortable with that.
Is what?
This
collapsed?
one looks reinforced.
Yeah, this one. Can we go to this one?
You can. I will say also, you notice that like the as this happens, like this the alkaline liquid begins to rise as the stuff that was struck by the laser all seems to be reacting in kind and turning to a liquid and rising as the crystals deform and surge.
The floor is lava. I know this one. It's an old human game. This sucks.
Yeah, Camille, can you give it to me?
Yeah.
During the Human Empire, one rich warlord
I'm gonna,
played it with
like-
actual lava.
Shit, dude, that rock is still in the way, huh?
That's how I heard about it. I was doing a report on that.
Is the rock like
Really
movable?
horrifying.
Like I know we were able to like lift it
Really?
up just a little bit so the drone could get out earlier. Is it like I probably can't push it out of the way,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I guess it's a good question. Are there any other exits?
Like, is that possible, Lee, to like push it out of the way?
To push the rock out of the way?
Yeah, like it looks like a big ass boulder. I assume no.
The
right?
thing is that like so like you did see a pretty weak Thren move it earlier. Human supremacy. And but yeah, no. So it's more that it's less that you move it and more the fact that like you kind of see like a gap. And if you like planted your feet against the wall and put your back into it, you might widen that enough that people could shimmy-ah, shimmy-yay.
Nice.
And like you
And
saw,
that's the only exit right now that we can see, because I honestly can't tell when
well,
this
you
back.
see,
There's another one.
You see
There's
one
another
that
one.
the RT-10T came in through.
Oh, yeah. But I guess we don't know anything about
I mean, I was told rogue drones, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
But that's rogue machines, yeah.
Yeah, we would have conveyed this, definitely.
Yeah,
I
I,
think
shouted
just-
it out, Liquid Danger Rogue Machines.
just
Liquid,
like
danger,
thinking this
rogue
robot
machine.
is a good idea, right? It is like literally shooting lasers that's causing avalanches.
I mean, you should probably, like, shoot the robot, push the
Yeah.
rock. Or
I'm
shoot
gonna-
the robot, then use its entrance.
yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the robot.
Shooting robots is never ill-advised.
Okay. So you ping your target, and I'm assuming you got the slugs loaded in that time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not shooting tranquilizers at a robot.
Yeah, it is officially party time, and we are in combat mode. All right.
It's like +3 damage then, right?
Nice.
Yeah, that
one,
is a
2,
well-armored
3.
robot. I
that's-
mean, it is
Yeah.
a robot, that makes sense.
Unless you want to use your stunt on something other than damage, because your base is a 2, so your first
So
hit
what
does
is-
2, so you do 4 overall.
So what is the sorry, so you can only have two stunts for damage, is what you're saying?
No, he's saying you can use limited stunts for damage, I
You
think.
can use unlimited
But you
stunts
only
for
have
damage.
2 stunts
I'm
because you
saying
have 1 success.
the success.
So, like, do you want to use your stunts for anything but damage?
What are the stunts for shooting? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Most of them
where
are
would I
like
you
find
can,
it?
like,
forcing
blow
them
it
to-
back, or I'll find the
Disarmament.
Sorry, I'm looking
range
right
combat.
now.
It's on page 71 on the rule book.
71. Okay,
I think I also
Yeah.
have it up on a speed reference guide.
71.
Maybe I don't.
No, 67, sorry. I'm
67.
PDF numbers never match the ones on the actual page. So 67 is the corner of the page.
You inflict 1 more damage. You pin your enemy down. You position yourself and get to exchange your initiative scores. Your target drops a weapon or another handheld object. Your opponent falls to the ground or is pushed back. Can I push him into the pit of goop?
Sure. So you deal 3 damage, and
No, 4 damage, right?
if you're setting one of your stunts to do that.
But I have 3
Yeah.
stunts and 2
You-
damage.
No, you have 2 stunts. You have to have 1
let me-
success
let me
to actually
explain.
Oh,
succeed.
right,
Everything
right,
else is a
right.
stunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Your weapon's damage is dealt on the first success. Can't be used for
Sorry,
stunts. You have 2
sorry,
stunts
no, no.
available. You have to
Okay.
use one
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
damage. You knock it back. It does not do that much damage. I just didn't hit the minus sign. Come on, come on. It staggers backwards and floops into
Nice.
the alkaline pool.
And just melts? Like it's gone?
It's submerged.
Hopefully it doesn't react further with it.
Oh,
Oh
God.
goodness.
I'm
Yeah.
just, that's what would happen in my campaign. But
Am I
who
still
knows?
able
Yeah.
to move up here and try to push on this, or do I need to wait for my next turn for that?
I think all you did was shoot.
Yeah, I don't know how like a turn works. in
You
this
can at
game,
least shoot and move, and then maybe
Yeah.
we'll let you push the rock. Maybe you won't.
though. Okay.
So like, you've initiated like actual shooting each other combat. So to shoot and move, that's your whole turn. You get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Touch no feel, sort of like, just quickly signs to you, flee, air, and sort of like scuttles.
Okay.
And yeah, they take 2 fasts to wind up behind Camille. Twice again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying it correctly now. Second time.
Champion! Woo! I'm so happy. Yeah, no, I honestly didn't even recognize it the first time. Yeah, no, probably when I see the robot go under, I'm gonna be like, oh no! Oh, well, wait, they just have faces. It's hard. Sorry. I'm probably gonna get like there. Maybe not even that far. Probably get
No,
there.
you can move twice if you're in combat. You can like that's probably
Yeah,
you can move all the way there.
Yeah, I'll probably get bearish. Actually, I'll stand here and not block feet. I'll stand here. Yes. That was my turn.
I really feel like you shouldn't be standing next to the green
Okay,
stuff.
fine, I'll stand in the hallway, but I don't want to tip you up. No, it's my turn.
Camille, as you're like putting your back into it, you do hear like a certain like robotic sound of footfalls and a sound of danger, hostilities detected, en route to reinforce.
In front of Camille?
Ah,
Yeah, like up here.
Past you, yeah, past the rock.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, we're just gonna have to come out shooting.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been basically unprecedented in our careers.
yeah.
Because we're firefighters.
I don't even know how to use this thing.
Yeah, so Hantha, it is your turn.
Is the safety on?
Okay.
Camille's like-
we gotta move.
She was like struggling against the rock. She's like, just pull the trigger.
Do I point first?
Oh my
I'm
god.
assuming I do. Let me have a gun.
As she's like struggling to push the rock.
Actually, that's interesting. Could I go all the way to the other entrance?
This one over here? Probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering if we would have like flanked the robots or something. I mean, because we don't know, but it seems kind of dangerous for him to pop out the boulder hole.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Now, for no particular reason, I'm going to roll some dice.
That's never a bad sign.
Yeah, I mean, we love when the speaking of which, the Mirai got crushed by a boulder earlier, and one
I
of
feel like
the
it's actually a good
disasters I
thing.
told you guys about recently was, gosh, where is it?
I assume it's trying to roll not to die in the goop, right?
Mm.
I think that's what's happening
Yeah,
here.
so, Hantha, you hear from behind you a parting of the waves, as it were, as the
Ooh.
RT-10T climbs up.
Didn't take any
and
damage?
Begins. It
Ah.
was intensity 9 damage, but remember that's the area that it had partially defused earlier. But yeah, no,
Yeah, fair enough.
it was intensity 9, which is the same as a flamethrower. It would have done 1 damage, but it got 1 on the armor check. And
Oh.
it aims its mining laser at Hantha and says, "Please do not resist. Please do not resist." And yeah, it's gonna close to contact range with you, although it does not attack yet. It is Camille's turn. As actually, as it's the top of the round, the green liquid does rise. For some reason, I cannot find anywhere on my computer where I made the green version of this, so I'm not gonna use a cool opaque thing. I'm just gonna do that.
It's on my
Oh,
tail.
Oh boy, now you're cut off from it. That's fun. I pushed on the
off,
rug.
just a little
Yeah.
smoking, singed,
yeah,
whatever this does.
Yeah. So, Twithy, can you give me a mobility roll?
Ah. I'm gonna stress out. Please roll better.
All right. Yeah, you barely managed to dance out of the way of the oncoming tide. So Camille,
I got some on my tail.
Stamina here?
Hmm?
Stamina again? To push
Yep.
on it?
Yeah.
stamina.
Nice.
All right, you managed to budge the rock. You don't move it far, but you do allow someone to slidle past.
Can I slide past on my turn?
Yeah, as a fast action, you'll just pop out on the far side though. You won't get far.
Yeah. Okay, that's like all my movement to get around it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you see
Yeah.
another RT-10T saying, "Owner in danger. Hostilities engaged. Please stand still and let me scan your face."
I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah. However, that was your slow and fast action. As you pop out and then bam, right there. Touch no feel is like going to try and just like push her way past you because not really feeling like waiting to die.
Sounds about right.
They manage to push past you gracefully and get a little bit further into the room, and they post up in this corner, and they're trying to say something, but like the box is like kerzackling, and the RT-10T says, "Partial 50% recognition on owner's voice. Impartial voice recognition. Please try again. Be
Oh
warned.
no.
Attempts to spoof voice recognition will result in extreme prejudice."
Fun! By which I mean that curse word that I keep forgetting in the
Alright.
human language, English.
All right.
Oh yeah.
It's
That,
like that one, but
All right. Twithy, it's your
you
turn.
know. she's just like, ah! Running out there. She's actually gonna run this way if she can. Oh, is it blocked?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
Yikers.
Well, I have enough movement to probably get this way. Get like I don't know. I'll get like here-ish. Here.
I mean, you went.
I
from
should
here,
actually
right?
count my movement. Yeah.
You
Two.
can get exactly there. Good job.
Yeah. There you go. Boom.
Do we have to? I think we have to go like up here somehow, and then probably like go back around here to.
Yeah.
No, you're literally. There's literally two. Like, oh wait, there might be a way here. We'll see.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
I think it's like there's.
Point is,
It's like an
Twithy,
H with a third line.
Twithy, you spend an action to pop around and then a action to move. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the RT10T in the M9 configuration moves forward and says, "Assailant confirmed. You have attacked property registered to this network, and now you will die." And unless, of course, I'm ordered not to kill you by my owner. You hear like like terrified
Oh, no.
squeaking noises from the Mirai trying to get it to stop as it fires a mining laser at you from closer range for that +1 bonus. Now, you're just
armor roll, right?
Do you have any special armor, or do you just have the uniform, which will give you 3 armor against the fire?
No, I have. Yeah, I have the M3 personal armor.
Oh, all right. Yeah, roll that armor. Roll that armor.
Yeah, plenty of Marines get the good shit.
Oh shit, you're a Marine?
All
Damn.
right. All right. So
Not like a military character. I just wanted the combat class.
Fair
okay.
enough.
So
So do I get to roll 3 more for the armor, or?
that'll be against the fire. So here's what happens, right? You have 4 HP, 3 damage coming in. You block 1, 2. You're at half HP. That's fine.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna roll, and it might not even be a threat to you, but I'm gonna roll at intensity 3 fire. As the laser just sort of like sparks a little, and it doesn't. It's not a thing. It's warm, but it doesn't burn you. So
Yeah.
that's its turn. Hanta, it is your turn. You are at
So
engaged
does
range.
this robot not? Oh, it goes right after this. Okay, these they have separate turns. Okay, so do I know anything about these robots? Like where the off switches, or how to convince it I'm not a threat?
Give me a Comtech, straight Comtech to like have a good idea of that.
Okay. Gosh, I sure hope I paid attention in school.
Yeah, I'm not sure I took a class in Rasting robotics.
Well, I feel like it's robotics in general.
Fair. They might have different conventions with regards to like where they put off switches and stuff, though.
Okay.
Fairness,
There we
it's
go.
hardly standard in our culture either.
Yeah.
All right, and how do you want to stunt on this?
Let me find the context stunts.
I will let you know up front.
Why
So
are
what your basic
Yeah.
success tells you.
is that there's there's one vulnerability that you know of that could disable the mining laser. It's a +2 to melee if you want to do that. Additionally, you know that it is probably not designed to engage in lethal combat against anything that hasn't tried to destroy it or kill someone.
Well, yeah, but what kind of non-lethal combat is it trained to engage in? Like, I cannot be unconscious here. That is also probably a death sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my stunts are a +1 to related skill rolls. In this one, probably don't need it. Don't need to roll to work on the exact same challenge in the future. Would be kind of weird because I clearly now know about these robots anyway. I could do it quickly, but I don't think that really applies here since this is just a... Well, I guess... No. Is there any new or unexpected information?
there is
Like anything
new
else you can learn about that might be
information.
useful?
So the RT10T doesn't come by default with a combat package for the M9er configuration. Normally, that happens when you double stack or dual sleeve an RT10T, which is technically speaking a feature, but the overclocking involved does require a sophisticated server, otherwise it can have queue issues, which is to say they might toggle things like mining and dealing with rising alkaline things caused by mining if the server managing them wasn't powerful enough to handle them having both protocols installed. It's normally not done by the most legitimate businessmen. That being said, it's a Rast, but they're not the most legitimate business
Yeah.
orders.
Fuck.
But generally speaking, this doesn't. It looks like it might.
the one.
Even if it wanted to hurt you, it might just forget that it was doing that. There's a chance it might just forget. And you don't think that it's going to op you because you think that you have another like few seconds before it goes from detain to beat down. So you don't think so you think you can move without getting an op. No guarantees after that.
So there's no way for me to take out the switch that shorts the mining laser with ranged combat? I can't shoot it?
You could. You could shoot it. Yeah, you could.
And about how deadly is it with the mining laser disabled? Like, is it significantly stronger than I am? Does it have other weapons?
It's a robot. You're a Thren pilot. Yeah, it's a lot stronger than you. It would just beat you with its arms.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm just gonna move as far as I can since it's not going to attack me if I move away from it, is what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, probably move like 60 feet. So this is, I don't see any rubble this way, so that's my first move.
Yeah, so like...
But you said this way was blocked, even though I don't see any obstructions.
This way is blocked. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so the thin black line is an obstruction. Okay.
There's
so
there's supposed to be a thing there, but like you just can't see it because of our
I can't
positioning.
see anything. Is that not a...
Here, yeah.
way?
It's line of sight, basically.
There is a path this way.
That
right
looks
here.
like it leads up to...
I think you're in a dead end.
can't-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
so that's a dead end.
Okay, well, I can't see where, like, due to dynamic lighting, I can't see jack shit. Like,
Indeed.
would I be able to tell in character that, like, there's no way through, so I have to go back? Like,
So you see dead end to your north, you see a dead end to your west, but you see a turn to the north at this intersection.
Yeah.
okay. Huh. So that's...
Makes sense. It
subtract.
is built like an H.
Alright, so it is going to come up behind you and it's gonna come around this corner and it's gonna look at you. And it says initiating detainment protocol level 2. And from around the corner it begins charging its mining laser. Gain 1 stress.
Yeah.
Probably should have been more liberal about it earlier, but this works.
It aims at its target, fires, and hits the rock behind you, stating, obstruction being melted. Obstruction being melted. The gap between you and your companions is being moved away, but it's not like you'd have to like scramble right now and there's like a laser being fired at it that you're presently ducking under. Camille, it is your turn.
So, question: would an electroshock grenade disable these things
Yes,
at least for a little bit?
They have not been EMP hardened. Could potentially just shut them down if you get them in EMP radius and they fail their stamina roll.
That's nice. I'm gonna throw a grenade at this one.
All right, and you
Right,
throw
I
it like
love Colonial Marines and the grenades they come with.
do you throw it far enough
Yeah.
down the hallway that it just
Yeah, I was hoping to like throw it like here so that it doesn't hit touch no feel, but yeah.
Sure, yeah. Give me that toss.
Cool. Nice.
Nice.
Is there bonuses that you can do with the grenade?
No, there's
'Cause it's
not.
Ranged combat, right?
No, so and now they're going to have to make a stamina
Too
-2.
fancy.
Okay.
And I will say your successes can overcome their successes in this particular
Okay.
instance. And yeah, it looks like that one like is smoking a little, and possibly like just fried for good.
Can I
Ooh.
attempt to move the rubble for my friend? I assume we're on comms, like talking to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Do you have like a tool which would help you with that?
No.
You
Can I like sidearm a grenade? Like no, obviously not this turn, but like could I like sidearm a grenade like down this hall, like through the rubble?
that would be a really hard shot, but you could,
Okay.
with the potential to wind up in the middle of where Hampha is.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
like,
So point is, you toss and you move, right?
yeah. I mean, I'll actually move like
But you're actually,
Here?
technically speaking, you're in the same zone, so you could do something to this as a fast action, but like you're not going to do much.
I was trying to like get an angle to shoot like here. Is that
Oh, man.
possible? Like you said, there's space now between the rubble and the right. There's like
There is a
Yes,
little,
no?
there is a little rubble because there is a little space between the rubble. That being said, they are hard around this corner. Like they're firing around the corner.
yeah, not right now, but like if it comes when it comes around the
Yes.
corner.
Yes, but because you
Like,
use your slow
yeah.
action, you don't have one to spend on an Overwatch.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, so yeah, you move, you do the thing. It's touch no feel's turn. Touch no feel is going to probably like, catch a glimpse of the Duandu and then like bolt for it.
Ooh, I don't trust that.
Twithy.
It's my turn. I'm also going to bolt for the Duandu.
All right, make me a mobility to see who gets there first.
Fuck.
Wait, I mean, I feel like our ship can't just be taken out. Like, presumably we have keys to get of code. Like, that would be super dangerous.
Can I stress?
You can. Yeah.
Could be
No.
warm up, though.
There's a wide variety of there's a wide variety of things that would prevent someone from just jacking the Duandu.
I assume she's just running there because it's, protection.
Yeah.
So yeah, your panic roll is an 8, and I believe that means that you, I had them up last time, tremble.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Wait, does that
trembling
mean you
as
drop your weapon? Or is that something else? No, that's drop item.
Yeah, that's something else. Trembling. But does it cause other people to be disconcerted? Or it lowers my mobility. Right? Or my agility?
Yeah, it's your agility until such
Yeah.
time as your panicking is stopped.
Well, it's a good thing I packed only never sleep pills.
I mean, I've got nap relief if I can get to.
And this thing's completely disarmed, right? Doesn't have any weapons.
Yeah, we don't have weapons. We're a civilian ship. We don't tear
Fine.
gas our civilians because we're a civilized empire.
Yes, exactly. This is the threat.
Topical,
Indeed.
Yeah.
but true.
No, you're right.
Trinity,
This
the
is the
Trinity is
threat.
a
We
much
wouldn't do
better
that.
civilization than the ones which we must contend. So,
Yes.
the panic roll,
Part of the sci-fi.
the 8 is indeed tremble, yeah. Minus your agility until you stop panicking. So you got the shake, Scal. You get there before touch no feel. Touch no feel gets in and starts like waving their arms at you. It is Hantha's turn.
I hand her a piece. I hand her a piece of paper
Okay.
and a pen.
Hmm.
I hand her my pen and my chrome briefcase. Write it down, please.
I guess it's probably still worth it for me to just continue moving as opposed to trying to shoot the robot. Because the second I shoot it, it'll be upgraded to a much higher threat, and then it will start actively trying to kill me. Okay, so that's almost 30 feet. Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I have no idea what zones count as in these parts of the hallway.
I would say more like intersection to intersection was how I was treating it for them during the stealth phase.
Mhm.
So like that would be a zone, and then that would be a zone.
Okay. Wait. No. Sure, I guess. Even though we're moving very slowly, this feels like another giant map. It's gonna creep along.
Really? I
The
feel like I've
RT-10C
seen-
is coming up behind. They see Camille like through this gap, and they make a shot at her.
Let's see.
But they are doing it at -2 due to the obstruction.
Okay.
Oh shit, so this Mario Aristocrat is running from the ship that's been in orbit for like 6 months? What is going on here? Marai, politics are too complicated for our
Misses.
kin.
This
Can
is
you-
actually a scandal.
Can I shoot back at it?
I know!
Yeah, you can absolutely pop a shot. It is.
I
It
didn't
will.
think I'd find anything!
It would also be a -2 for you unless you run up and like get in against the dirt and like brace your scoped rifle on it.
No, I'm just gonna keep pinking at it until my
Yeah.
friend gets around the corner. To be honest,
All right, it's a -2.
so -2. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can
that's
like
fine.
you can like post up and cover around that corner if you'd like.
I am gonna do that after I take a shot.
Yeah, pop your shot, pop your shot.
Wow, can I reroll
Yeah,
that?
yeah, you can
Right?
push it. Yeah, you gain.
Yeah,
you
you
click
press
one on the
X.
stress bar. Click one on the stress bar above
yeah.
health, and then give us the roll again.
I really want to get some damage off here.
Now, I also think that because it's an extreme
Wow.
range weapon and close range, I think you roll like an extra base dice or something, but you do manage to hit for 2 damage. Well, I mean, it gets to roll its armor dice. But
Yeah.
hopefully, ideally, it will have taken 2 damage.
Yikes. Well,
Ouch.
It tinks off. Yeah.
I come around this corner at least.
Alright, Touch No Feel is like freaking out, writing that message. Twithy, it's your turn.
Yeah, so wait, did I just get told that the friggin' dreadnought from the actual war against the humans that's literally above this planet right now is descending?
Yeah, if only there was someone in here near the electronics who could boost the signal. Because I mean, that's like absolute everything going through the graph chute in like the astrospace and like the atmosphere has had to like plan around it. Like that's a publicly known like flight path hazard. So if you were connected to the network right now fully, if it wasn't for the storm and being down in this mine, you would be able to know if it was descending or not. But can you boost the signal? Give me that Comtech -1. Boost the signal.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this.
I'll stress the fuck out if I can, if I don't. -1 you said, or +1? -1, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Twithy, you can confirm that there are like you see the elevator that goes into space with a space station at its tip that runs all the way down to the Enclave. You see the freight moving along. You see the ships playing around, and then you just see like all the little flight paths with dot 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 dot, ending exclamation marks and new veering trajectories as just the mass that is the unyielding rain descends. And by the way, it's not spelled R-A-I-N. It's spelled R-E-I-G-N.
R-E-I-G-N.
It is Her Majesty. It's just Her Majesty's unyielding rain, and it's descending. And what's more, it looks like it might. There's something strange about the edges.
Direction.
It looks like it's opening its bays. Hantha, it's your turn.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna. Can
Casual
I get
reminder,
past
you're in
this robot
sol-
since it's on the floor twitching?
Yeah, you are in Sovereign Mirai territory. Yeah, you can just sidle past it.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna run.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to give me like a mobility to just sort of like slide up there, around
Slide
them
up
to,
where?
like get to the Duandu.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, that would be great. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Okay, there we go. Finally. Not.
All right, yeah, you managed to you run up and hop into the pilot seat.
Just
you got
into
plenty
the wire.
You got plenty of time. You know, Touch No Feel like comes up to you, taps on your shoulder, like take off, take off, take off. It is the RT-10T's turn, and the RT-10T is gonna like lean right up into the dirt, such that it can get like a better angle. But Camille is still in like good cover in this zone over here.
Mhm.
And a laser comes pewing through at a -2.
Wait, only -2? Okay, unlucky.
All right, roll me your armor.
Yeah. Thanks.
You
So I
block
just
it.
Don't take damage.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, like the laser like goes up into the ceiling or some shit. Camille, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna book it. Like,
All right, you got the movement for it. Y'all are back on board the vehicle.
where did Touch No Feel go? What?
It's
Underneath Hanta.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So you all, I mean, you're at the bottom of the shaft, and amazing. Yeah. So they're trying to get to fire. Yeah. So you're at the base of the shaft, and it's time to go up. The storm has gotten
like, we
worse.
take off.
All right. So
She gets a +1 to flying in the storm and a +1 to leaving this place, Lee. So does this mean she gets a +2 to leaving this place in the storm?
So I was actually, you wouldn't even normally have to roll to make it back out due to how similar it was, but you are going quickly, presumably, and also you hear a shaking, almost like a seismic one, but you hear a sound of like something, I don't know, impacting the ground somewhere. You're not sure. Give me a pilot with a +1 from yes coming out of this.
Okay.
God, the suspense.
Farhive is a cool name. I really need to reload Roll20 and see if it will stop taking forever.
You managed to pop it out, and rather than a cliffhanger, we have a triumphant moment as she emerges into the storm.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, that's a 1 success. But, I mean, there's no point in re-rolling. You only need 1 success.
Yeah, Touch No Feel gives you, like, all of the tippy-taps saying, go, go, go. And you hear Crossroads come over the radio, crackling on about, like, we have airspace interference. Airspace interference. What is your situation? Arc 1, Arc 1.
Where do we go? What do we do?
Yeah, I mean, Arc 1 to base. We have the Aristocrat, but the Marine ship might be heading in our direction. Please advise.
Holy shit! So, yeah, and with that, we go to the 10-minute break.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Wait, what is that link? Huh?
That's
What a
for me.
tense
I'm
situation.
going up the Google Slides. We have a 10-minute break.
Oh, cool.
Alright.
Amazing. Alright, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, same.
Thank you, everyone who came out tonight. Stick around, and you might see what becomes of the crew of the Ark R1 as they rescue and range.
Welcome back, stream. It's your host, Leland. It's your boy. How we doing, chat? Hey, Jor. Hey, Lurb.
It's your late night host coming to you live from the radio. It's a great voice.
Oh, yes. It's like a Medusa head.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to see if it actually is showing up right on the camera. Yeah, okay. It's delayed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got it from a store that for 2 years had this like going out of business sale. So I guess it just spent 2 years going out of business. Yeah. I'm assuming that...
and then it went out of business?
It hadn't before the Rona hit. I'm assuming that it might have actually now.
Oh, that's sad.
It was a Peebles.
Oh, I've seen one of those.
Yeah,
I think my mom shopped at it once.
Oh, we ever seen them in Maryland? Not bad. Yeah, got,
I think there might be a couple in Virginia too. I feel like I saw them when I was younger.
Yeah, me too, Jor. I honestly, like, I almost exclusively wear, like, geometric patterns or single tone shirts. But, yeah, it struck me. I was like, you know what? Shall we, Jor and Lurb, create a betting pool? Lurb, why is your VIP badge not appearing? I'll have to go fix that.
I feel like it's really gonna be all of us or none of us since we're in a ship now. Like, either they'll destroy our ship or they won't, or it will get wrecked by the storm or it won't. It is one of those funny questions. Like, never felt more like the underdog. It's like, who will win? The ship with no weapons or the Space Marines / Storm? That's a question, Lee. Have you done anything to space combat yet? Well, I guess we're not even in space.
I have not done anything to space combat yet. Don't worry, I'm not about to put... I mean, conflict awaits you in the air, but I'm not going to subject us to relativity or anything else like that.
Hmm.
You're not really going to need to worry about your vehicle stats.
Cool. Well, I noticed that it's like the little things. Is don't forget you can use Whisk to help players overturn. Don't we already have like 4 don't go alone things in the bank?
Yeah, so you have Dangerous to Go Alones that have been handed to the whole party by Tsubaki. And that's, yeah.
So what do those do?
Whatever I decide they do. So like, there are some, like sometimes it's obvious, like when I'm like, oh, you have an extra knife. Sometimes it's less obvious, or like it'll be obvious but not when I'm like, here's an insight you have that you wouldn't otherwise. And then sometimes it's just like I kind of like curve an event. I try and like have it happen as soon after as possible to make it obvious, so that people feel like they're like contribute, feel as if though the contribution matters to the stream and the players, and it does.
Yeah.
I always love a Dangerous to Go Alone. The reason that you didn't get lasered in the back when it came around the corner and it randomly decided to mine the rock in front of you instead was the Dangerous to Go Alone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna roll for a random chance originally, and then I decided, because the whole party got a Dangerous to Go Alone, I was like, well, there we go. Engine disabled.
Yeah, I mean, they were right. It was dangerous to go alone on that tunnel.
Oh yeah, no, you were literally, yeah, isolated. Ew.
Hey, I know we're not officially back yet, but I would like to say that my character has been spending any time that she's not needed on the comms to try and fix this guy's radio.
Sure.
I want to be fixing her
Translator thing, yeah.
Yeah, I would say you
Wow, I
have.
can't remember.
I would say you guys have like spare electrical equipment for like important rescue tools, so you won't need to worry about the heavy machinery part, and someone could roll a comm tech with the materials and time to like try and fix the communicator.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And of course, the storm is raging.
Oh my god.
And the alarm is blaring.
Oh my god.
The what alarm? Like our ship's alarm?
This song is the alarm.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let me do that con.
Oh, bad situation.
That is not good.
Alright, so as you like have your hands right in there messing with the electronics of the translator, you... Oh, that's the one where you make everyone else panic too, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm back.
You have
Hello.
a nervous twitch,
Hey.
and your stress level and everybody... Yeah, okay, so congratulations, welcome back, you just got a stress level. And so did Madeline, and so did Pat, as she twitches, and Touch No Feel is kind of like, you know, hey, maybe don't do that. But, you know, with their arms.
I'm like, sorry! I've never actually done this before. Probably pretty obvious. I've never
And
actually
I'm
done this
just
before.
kind of stressed, and I'm like, I appreciate the urge, Dwighty, but everyone should be strapped in right now.
Mm-hmm.
My character's gonna go strap herself in then. Probably right here though, next to. Oh wait, that's not an actual. Touch No Feel is probably gonna be over there.
Question.
Touch No Feel should probably be close enough to someone to be able to tap on their arm if we need intelligence.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably by...
So,
I mean, I could also just be like here.
you're about, like... Just
No,
for
because you
reference,
both be sitting on chairs. Just go here, I guess. and then he
you
can go- I
are
don't know, whatever.
100 kilometers away from the Enclave Zone. The Unyielding Rain has just exited the Enclave Zone, and its bays are open, and you see hundreds of radar hits pouring down out of it. Now,
Whoa.
Mariah Marines are not meant
Oh
for
my God.
in-atmosphere deployment. So they're going to have very poor control, and the atmosphere is going to fuck with them, and they're being fired into a storm. But now you have a very big problem.
God.
To safely traverse the storm, you need to go over it. But over
Okay.
it, those Mirai Marines, if they're coming to you, are going to have a clean target. If you go under and through the storm, the odds of getting hit by the Mirai Marines goes down. The odds of getting hit by the storm goes up.
So, all right, wait,
I
be
think
clear about what's happening.
You guys
Are
have
they opening their bays and dropping out like individual drones?
Yes, so
Like worker
Mirai
drones?
Marines are specially engineered to survive in the void of space. And what you do is you launch them at your enemy. In an atmosphere, they have limited flight control. And they just pierce the hull. So remember, they are fit to personally eat
Yeah.
through the hull of a warship. They can puncture this like it's paper.
Yeah.
And then...
So by flight control, you mean they're falling with style, more or less?
yeah, they're following the
Hearing?
style.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I picked the storm.
Yeah.
All right, you go down into the storm.
Yeah.
The storm imposes a -2 on your piloting, but you have the +1 from earlier.
Yeah, I
As
do,
you're
and I don't have a
back
+1 for
into the
dealing with Marine Marines that can puncture our whole like paper.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm gonna make that piloting check.
All right. Yeah, the anthem of the Rescue Rangers plays. No, hold on. This
It's
anthem.
playing.
Yeah.
Oh. Why do I feel like you created this entire like session around the fact that you could play this song?
I found
Yeah.
it. I found it with like 10 minutes ago. Yes.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I hit on the stress alone
Figured.
by the
when the stress
sheer
rolls
adrenaline.
like coming. Go ahead.
When the sheer adrenaline in your veins, you managed to make it through. And yeah, the first broadside. So like, they basically shot a scatter shot pattern between you and them. Crossroads is coming over and saying, Rescue Rangers, come in. I have direct orders. Arc 1, you are to return to base immediately. I say again, Arc 1, return to base. We do not understand what the Unyielding Rain is doing. We have ordered it to heave to. We are
We're
being
trying.
they're claiming jurisdiction. They're claiming sovereignty. Oh God. Oh fuck. Get here. Get to the border now. Get to the enclave zone. Right. R1. We cannot guarantee your safety if you are caught out beyond the 100 kilometers mark from where you are. Get here now.
Yeah, and I will Chris come like Arc 1 to base. We're DD trying.
Yeah.
Reek, by the way, our beautiful audience, is the Thren word for rot, which basically translates to fuck.
Yeah, just in more third culture, like, gosh, we could really use some wearing claps right now.
Oh, bet your ass I'm buying and we're living at the end of this.
So
Interesting.
I've been
Madeline.
saving coupons.
You see like close enough you can get a hollow projection. Two Mirai Marines barreling in on you.
No.
They are on a collision trajectory unless you take drastic action to maneuver. You will lose
Yeah.
some time if you choose to do this maneuver. And it will take you longer to get where you're going.
Can I try? Okay, question. Which direction are they coming from?
Hollow, like,
Which direction are they coming from? Like from
Above.
behind us?
Above.
Like how difficult is like if I open the door? Like will we all just like? Fucking...
If you
Drown
could
from the rain,
you could open the door and then Madeline could point like basically nosedive and then let you take maybe one shot at an incoming Mirai Marine. You probably wouldn't kill it. That being said, the ballistic impact could throw it off
like,
course.
knock it off course. Yeah.
Yeah,
there are two of them, they're not lined up.
yeah. So at best you're
I
gonna keep
mean-
off one. Now, Madeline, you could try to both dodge and line up a shot for Camille. If you do that, you'll need more successes than otherwise to avoid entering a tailspin.
Mm-hmm.
Will it take less time though?
Yeah,
She only has to avoid one, right?
Well, no, but I mean, if I just maneuver, then they'll drop like past us, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they can't come back up. They don't have wings.
correct. That being said,
I'm just gonna.
there are hundreds being launched, and this isn't going to be the last wave.
I know, but shooting these ones still gains us nothing if it's not going to be faster for us to shoot them than it is for me to maneuver plainly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I'm
fair
gonna
enough.
maneuver.
Alright, pop me that pilot.
No, it was definitely a good suggestion, and hopefully, like, is there anything to do to make, like, to get shooting them to be easier in the future? Like, not these
Can
ones,
I?
but to
I was gonna say, can I like with our
after I do
like
the test.
repelling gear, right? Is there a possibility of me just like, you know, kind of hanging off the back a little bit and
I mean,
shooting
you
above us?
can connect. You can like bring out the repelling. You can link up to your rig the repelling thing, and then climb out like. Yeah,
Like just
climb
like
out
you know, kind of like put your feet on the outside
Like
of the.
lean out and like look
Yeah,
up.
yeah, and like look up and shoot. Yeah, like
yes,
is that possible?
into the storm. You could do that.
A
Yes.
back-mounted turret.
I mean, yeah, I get it. There's a storm, but like if things get, you know,
You could do that. Yes. Do you want to do that
if
right
they
now?
get spicy, not right now.
All
No,
right, not right now.
Okay,
Okay.
so I maneuvered. Let me check my stunts. I mean, I definitely want one for a +1 to this check the next time I have to dodge drones because now I'm more experienced. And let me see what else.
All right. At the end of this, you're going to be 75 kilometers from the border, you, yeah, you both of them thud to the ground past you.
I go,
Actually, there are like two piloting stunts. Like, how is there not a piloting stunt that says go faster?
I feel like that's normally what
Yeah.
the role's objective is.
I mean, that's fair. So, like, if piloting objective, like, so it's either gain a +1 modification to a later skill related to this one or showing off. Since I got so many extra stunts, like, can't I use these ones to, like, to stack up? Not to stack +1s, but to use it for multiple drone rolls after this, like, as many as I have stunts?
Yeah. So, like,
Okay.
yeah, so you
So
basically...
the
you'll
next
be-
3 rolls are plus.
Yeah, the
one.
next
Yeah.
three... Yeah, alright, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, you guys are making it... Pat, are you going to try again on Touch No Fear? You're trembling, actually. Do you have any way of calming
Oh,
that
so yeah,
down?
did you roll your stress there, Hefa?
Oh, I haven't
Did
rolled
I?
my panic. Great. Well, let's hope this isn't too bad.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like communications are kind of important right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
Well, not that important. I mean, ultimately knowing why.
I mean, I can't do it much else. It's not like I can get on the comms and call my bosses over at
Okay,
Big
there it
Journalism.
What is a 6? Dude? I don't know.
I see, she
That's
says as
nothing.
she rolls Comtech.
6 is keeping it together.
Cool, nice, good.
Yeah, luckily it's not trembling or drop item, which would be
All right,
terrible for
so-
your pilot to do
so-
right now.
I do it quickly, Lee.
Alright, so Twithy gets on the phone, and you hear... Ah! This is Pesh. You got scoops?
Oh boy, do I got two!
Yeah, you got a scoop on why the unyielding rain's coming out of the sky right now? Everyone wants to know. We got a scoop on it.
Yeah! I'm in the ship it's coming towards!
They're coming towards the ship. What are you doing? Are you getting involved in some sort of vast smuggling operation? We've been tracking that story for weeks.
It's bigger than you might think.
Wait, how did
Any
they not
chance
know
you
where
could
she
provide
is?
assist?
Didn't she tell them she was going undercover with the Rangers? She's
She's
been here for
freelance.
months.
She's freelance.
I mean, they know she's with the Rangers. She just doesn't realize that she's right here, right now.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I think they don't realize the situation.
They're like,
I have a journalist badge that kind of I was using instead of
They're like,
the corporate
listen,
jack-off
listen,
badge.
I need you to... Can you get me a live stream? People go nuts for live streams. Come on, I'll cut you in on the ad money.
Woo!
I mean, not
Actually,
ad money.
that's not a bad idea. We could stream this.
Amazing.
That would put a damper on it. Maybe.
Alright, so Twithien, do you want to...
Yeah. Do we have any sort of comms that or any sort of video feed? Like, do we have smartphones?
You're using like a smartphone-y, computer-y slate thing.
Okay. Does it have a camera?
Yeah, it has a camera. All right,
I'm gonna stream.
amazing.
Oh god.
Yeah. So, Madeline, another brace of Mirai drones comes down as you get a garbled frequency, which is telling you something like heave to and land. But it's not exact. It's almost like a speak and spell is saying it to you.
What's that frequency from who? From the Unyielding Rain? From our people? From what?
It is not. So it's coming from the Unyielding Rain, but it seems to be they're deliberately not using, because like they would be able to send you a very clear signal right now. It seems like someone is trying to send you that message from a private terminal on the Unyielding Rain using their own IFF or a different basically trying to make it look like it's not coming from the Unyielding Rain, but it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, like, after I do the maneuver, I'd be like, hey, can you find out where this message is coming from? And look back at Twilight and be like, are you live streaming? What is happening here?
Yes.
By the way, I'm also secretly a journalist. Let's not talk about this right now. We're dying.
Camille pulls her scarf up to like cover her face a little bit more.
So you're like 50 km from the border. Madeline, can you give me another piloting roll to navigate the storm as the lightning grows thicker?
Okay. So that means
yeah.
no
So like,
plus one because there are no drones dropping, but also no minuses for the drones because there are no drones that are immediately in our vicinity.
yeah, they shoot wide. They are definitely
Alright.
not used to being deployed in atmosphere.
Stroke of luck. Amazed that they still have so many drones. Like, who trains these? Like, they aren't at war anymore, but I guess they still have some as
They missed
military
11
standing.
dice. Wow.
Yeah.
You might not know this, but Mirai drones, like Mirai Marines, are designed to have very low nutrition requirements individually, and they are more like bread. You don't need to train them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so they might just have leftovers from the war?
No,
Or
those
just
die in
using a
10
breed?
years. Probably the latter.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so you managed to pull through the storm.
Yeah, so I get a +1 to my next storm-related check, and I guess I will show off a little.
Amazing. You plummet through the storm.
You're like, this would indeed be a public safety
Well,
issue.
In this case, like, creating the narrowest possible ship profile for drones to fall onto is my equivalent of showing off. Like, just piloting that people will be able to look and be like, yes, that's exactly how a pilot should handle the situation.
So, there's two drones incoming.
Yeah.
You're gonna gotta make that dodge for me.
Okay, so do I get my storm bonus or just my drone bonus?
Just the drone bonus.
Okay.
Is this? I don't know. I don't know if I should try to shoot or not. To be honest.
I just get late. Like, what does Camille see?
Yeah, like what role would I require to not fall off the side of the ship?
Oh no!
if-
Do you not have like a way to strap yourself in?
Well, so like she'd be like tied to like something, but like still,
Yeah, it'd be like pulling on you, you know, like to like pull
yeah.
you like the
it would
wind
be
and
mobility.
everything.
It would be mobility or stamina to like navigate in the harness. And if something drastic happened or Hantha made a big move, like yeah, you would get like flapped around.
It's crazy.
Here's a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a signal flare.
Nice.
Could I potentially like just peek out the side of the door and like shoot it in the general direction of the Mirai drones to try to like blind them?
Well,
could.
wouldn't that kind of make it easier to find us? Because
No, because
we're in a
like
storm and we're.
but they can't like aim if there's like a big bright light in front of them. Like they can't see where we are, right? Like
You also
I'm
like
not sure they're
they are so the thing about Mirai Marines is they are networked to whoever is controlling them.
Yeah, so if the person who's controlling them can see us better, they might be able to.
It's not blinding. It would be like blinding one of their cameras, but they can fly them blind to an extent.
yeah, okay.
It could impose a negative on an individual Mirai Marine though. So sharp turns. You manage to get both of them off. You only get out to 40 kilometers. You're almost to the border though. I mean you're over halfway there. You're living on a prayer. Twithy is literally live streaming all of this. It's just the inside of a rescue ranger copter as things are flying around. Touch No Feel is like looking at your tablet and being like tapping like no, bad, don't show.
Yeah, that's a
and-
good point. Like showing the, wanted criminal on our ship, even if he's unfairly wanted, might make
Fair.
us in more danger.
I mean, after like a brief live stream of like the crazy shit that's going on, I'd probably turn that shit off.
All right. And Camille, you are hooked up and ready to pop out at a moment's notice,
Yeah.
but you don't do it yet.
No.
But you're ready.
I'm gonna wait until one like impacts us, and then try to like shoot it off the side or off the top, kind
Mhm.
of thing. I think that's probably the play.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna shoot it from inside because it will fall through our ship. That's what
Well,
they do.
I assume it's gonna land and then try to start eating through the side of it, right?
It depends
No, I
on.
think it's the force of the impact. Like, why would it
It depends.
not be that?
I don't know how these things
It,
are.
it depends on the impact.
I mean, that's true. We've never seen it before.
So like
Yeah.
you see that like multiple bays have opened by now, and now they're starting to hit you with everything they
God.
have.
Oh fuck!
Well,
Okay, I
apparently
fucked it.
we can't go
I'm
any
gonna
faster.
I'm gonna go out the
And there's
side.
nothing we can do except continue to make piloting rolls.
I'm gonna go and try to knock some out of the air as they're falling this time.
So, have I gotten the attention of my
Wow.
journalist friend now that I've live streamed a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
Can I ask him to maybe deploy, like, some sort of journalism drones?
Yikes! I
Come
guess
on.
I pressed that.
He's like, journalism drones. We have
Like,
like a half dozen of
Only-
those, and they're in the city. They can't make it to the storm.
God fucking
Is
damn
there
it!
anything you can do to help me get to the landing pad so that I can give you the scoop?
He's like, hold
I
on.
mean, if the military can't help us. You're
Okay.
freelance
cool.
Yeah.
So, am I like falling off here? What?
No, I think you're like harnessed. I think you're just kind of batting yourself around.
Yeah, you
And getting maybe damaged.
Yeah, so like what this will be is like shooting through the storm is a -2. You're also being like tossed around, so your shot is at a -4.
God. Okay.
But you're not like knocked into the abyss or anything.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Is there anything I can do to help straighten this out?
You can
Or
roll
become-
you can roll a stamina to try and like grab the rope and like base Camille. And yeah, so Madeline, you throw off one of 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's awesome.
5
Do
incoming
that.
bogeys.
Wait, what? No, that's not how it works. Like, I succeeded maneuvering. That was my check minus the number of drones versus, like, that's not how it worked before. I mean, I guess maybe it did, but no, it didn't, because you didn't say these were contested rolls. Like, I wouldn't have been able to bank successes if I needed them for each individual drone.
So like, all right, I was imagining it that way, and apparently I fucked up. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying you didn't say that at any previous point, so it feels like you're changing the way the alien system works.
I was trying to treat it as like armor against attack. You can knock off 3 of them, but like they do hit you. There's 2 of them coming to hit you. Camille, you
So,
are
am
alive.
I at
now.
-2 now instead? Because Twithies, they're Twithies.
Yeah.
I did succeed.
Okay. I make a shot.
That
I
is a
panic
hit.
again.
You knock one of them off course.
Yes, but I panic also. What is 8?
It just means
Not
that
good.
you don't
What?
actually panic when it's an attack roll. You just have to reload now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't have any more bullets.
I
Then that is a problem.
Yeah, but you have to flare.
Would like would tranquilizer darts have enough impact to knock them off course? How fast acting is this tranquilizer?
It's pretty fast acting, and the thing is, you have 2 reloads. If you like combine them together to an unsafe degree, then if you can pierce the Mirai Marine's armor, it could act upon it. You don't know that for certain. Touch No Feel might be able to tell you more. That being said, one of the Marines does. You see it hit the right turbine.
No.
Yeah.
I try to like
Oh, wait, us
repel
can
over
see,
to
like-
the sides.
Are we
Like,
supposed to be able to see the turbines? Because I just see darkness around the.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
now we can see it.
Maybe we can turn off the light. I don't think.
Yeah, on this
Oh,
map,
yeah.
I feel like we
Dynamic
don't
lighting's fine
need
on
it
here, yeah.
because we should be able to see this stuff.
Yeah. Better.
All right. Yeah.
Um,
So, we're going to briefly return to the initiative order. As it is Camille's turn.
Oh, is it? Do you want me to roll again?
Do you want everyone to roll initiative? Or
I was
are
going to
you
use the.
returning the old initiative tracker?
I was returning to the. Oh shit! This isn't going to be. Hold on, never mind. You guys do have to reroll. Sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Okay. I mean, I'm not sorry. I had a 4 last time, which seemed pretty bad for the pilot of the ship. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I did select my token. Oh, maybe not. Who knows? It's not 2 out of 10. Oh, my stress.
Hey, Pat, did you click on your token? Oh, yeah, there you go.
I'll take that one. Huh.
Yeah, and Hantha, you're
yeah.
8.
Nice.
Alright, so,
Oh, it's on the turbine. That's not good.
Alright.
Oop.
So, you are within, after that, you are within, 15 kilometers of the border. You have one, final jaunt to go. Alright? So let me be really clear, alright? You are making one piloting roll for which could, alright, so like, a success will allow you across the border at the end of that go. An additional success could be used to, like, try and knock off the Mirai Marine. They would get a roll against that, but you could try it if you had any additional successes to spare.
Okay.
And it is a -1 from the Mirai Marine, like, knocking into the engine right now.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
It's all on this.
Okay. Oh boy.
Let's cross it, mounts!
Wait, what?
We're waiting, I think, right?
Yeah, on a piloting roll, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to roll.
Yeah, I know. The roll 20 is
In
just
process.
taking dumb amounts of time.
I
God,
mean,
it
nice,
was-
I have
but
2 stress dice. I've literally never been able to reroll.
Alright, now do you want to slide across the line without another risk of an impact, or... Because none of the trajectories are shot to land in the Enclave. Or...
I want to go across the line.
Alright,
That one.
you get across the line, you keep it together. Camille, you see the Mirai Marine is, like, digging into the turbine.
yeah, I'd make a shot at it. -2 still?
Yeah. The storm and such, and the fact that you're, like, hanging out the back of a helmet chopper. And you've, like, super dosed together your tranks, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that meant you had 1 reload left, and you spent it all on this Mirai Marine, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Oh wait, no, so okay. So I have like a talent that
A talent? A
like the
talent?
overkill talent.
Mm-hmm.
You replenish
Oh,
the effect of a panic roll, result of 11 or higher by the overkill effect. If you have any enemies in sight when triggering overkill, you must
but it's
immediately
not.
attack
So
enemies.
it's not. We'll roll your panic and see what happens.
Yeah. No, unlucky. Okay.
That prevents bad things from happening to you when you get like a really high panic.
Yeah. I know. I was just hoping I hit it so that I could keep shooting at it.
All right, now I'm pretty sure you do two damage. It saves itself from 1 damage, but the damage, because your initial success gets 2, still gets through it. That's what I think happens there.
One gets through, right? So
So it is now going to have to roll stamina because you've just tranked it. So like it like sort of like falls asleep, like dug into your right turbine.
does it like fall into the turbine?
It's on like the outside side of it, but like it is leaning
Yeah.
towards the blades you see. And if it's like spaceship breaking head
Yeah.
got into the spinning turbines of your right engine, that would be a problem.
Am I able to do another action on this turn?
No.
Okay. Right.
It's Twithy's turn. Twithy. There are three anchors here for repelling lines. Do you go out?
nothing I can really do if I try.
Can you just hold me steady, please?
Yeah? Can I hold her steadier?
You hold her. You're holding her line. You're holding her leash.
Yeah.
Camille, you're gonna get a +1 on your mobility because of what Twithy is doing.
Okay.
It is the Mirai Marine's turn. The
Oh,
Mirai Marine
and also
is
has my
asleep.
I was holding her on one thing, and I'm still trying to get through this guy. Like, is there any chance they can help me?
You're like, no, you need to
Literally
get.
hanging out of a vehicle right now.
They're like, you just need to get across the line. And it is Hanthamir's turn. Again, and Hantha, you make it across the line. The storm, however, doesn't care about borders. So one more storm navigating piloting roll, and you are going to gain. I think you stacked a lot of navigating the storm rolls as well. So the +1. From
Only I get a +1. Yeah, I have 1 storm roll. Okay, so if I get an extra success in this one, can I tilt the ship enough to slide the drone out of the turbine?
that. Yes.
Okay.
I have another potential solution if that doesn't work, I think.
That's good. I feel like we need all the solutions we can get right now. Though, I mean, at this point, hopefully we're close enough that
We just crash into the Enclave.
just, have done a lot of property damage to my beautiful baby.
Oh, never
my.
mind.
Okay.
Lol. You like lean left, it like flies up in the air, and then you do like a barrel roll and like smack it away. Like, you like barrel roll the other way. Like,
Amazing.
And you do it so well that Camille, in spite of hanging out the back, doesn't really have a problem getting back in afterwards. Cool.
Hooray!
Yeah, and with that, you are in Enclave airspace.
I was gonna hope the impact of the flare would push it off.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good plan.
I was gonna try to like walk like right here, so it was like a really close shot too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
probably would've worked.
was struggling to find ways.
I know, like,
Well, I can
it's the
throw
problem with
my-
not having real weapons.
I can throw my extra knife at it, but
Oh yeah, maybe that was what the knife was for all along, except you don't know knife throwing.
Amazing. Call back.
Pug.
All right, now, so you guys make it back to Crossroads, and Crossroads seeing you cross line is like, R1, it's great to see you. Wait, Francine's saying that there's someone at the landing pads.
Huh?
Well, I'm like,
Yeah, you got a
there's
picture
the
of
R1
Pat.
debate. Why isn't someone checking this out?
Pat, you see a picture, and it looks like there's 2 regular-looking Mirai drones just sort of posted up around your regular landing pad, next to both of the refueling junctures. And you get like a picture of this from like a journalist, for like the guy you were talking to.
Oh. Huh.
Question, like that service pistol, is there more ammo in the Ark?
I would say that there's probably like extra trank ammo.
Okay.
I've got extra M4A3 service pistol ammo.
Yeah, could I
But I don't know
take
what it is.
somebody's pistol at the very least?
I hand you mine.
Yeah.
Please
I like-
take this off of me.
I like examine it, see if the safety is like still on, like flick it off, like check the chamber to see if you even like put bullets in it at all.
I didn't. the magazine's backwards.
Yeah. You just duct tape the magazine to the side of it.
No, okay, I have some questions. Like, can't we call the police, and do we have to land here?
Yeah. Can
So-
we?
You don't have to land here per se. There are many helipads in the Enclave urbanized zone. This is your landing pad. As for contacting the authorities, I mean, you're more like
The authorities
firefighters,
were
EMT. Crossroads is more or less like the 911 dispatcher, though, and Crossroads is saying that He's dispatching some threatened peacekeepers, the Hounds of the Law, and they'll be there. One of the issues is that you have, like, you're not necessarily, like, in great shape going through the storm. Like, you have only like superficial damage to the hull, but the right turbine is, like, skipping a little. So, you think you could make it to the nearest helipad that isn't here?
Can we land on the
You could also just land on, like, you could land,
surface?
yeah, you could land on the surface of the planet right outside the walls. Like, that's perfectly possible. There are also like, you
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, I don't like. I think landing here won't be too big of a deal.
Well, but why should we have to kill Brydra? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to kill them,
Feels
but like
a
maybe
mistake. Well,
maybe
so where's
the
the
aristocrat can
next
talk to
nearest
them.
helipad?
the next nearest helipad is like probably a click or two, like a kilometer to the north. It is like more or less a glorified office building. It has a helipad access for a variety of reasons.
Wait a second. Where's my journalist friend live?
Closer.
Do they have a
closer-
building that has a helipad?
probably
Yeah, they
like
do.
in
Closer to the center.
downtown.
Okay, but they don't have a military force. Like, aren't you just endangering the people you work with?
Also, like it's probably in the middle of downtown. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's downtown near the space elevator where traffic has recently gone
Oh,
bazonkas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air
no.
traffic
And
has gone
I assume
bazonkas.
this base is of ours is like right on the border, right? Like
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no. See, the border is behind you. Like there's like a strip of
yeah, but
yeah.
like this is as close as you get to the border, kind of thing. Is what I meant, like
Mhm.
inside the enclave.
within the urbanized zone. Yes.
Yeah.
The enclave extends some kilometers beyond, but yeah,
Okay. Right.
it is like 1%
then
of the planet.
Look,
Let's
I
go
mean,
to
we
the
don't have to
office
kill
building.
them.
Yeah.
Are they?
Okay,
Do they
air-
look hostile?
Like, advise. Should we go for the office building helipad?
Can I
Crossroads
do
says,
observation, by the way? while
Yeah,
we're
you can roll an
coming in?
observation, and yeah, he's Crossroads is going to say affirmative. Please,
Okay. You have a lot of
please,
stress, Queen.
you know, basically,
Uh-huh.
Crossroads says Crossroads to R1.
So do I,
Yes.
though.
Divert there. We do not know what the situation is. We cannot find the drones tenders. They are unattended drones.
Ooh.
That is bad.
Can we ask? Does Touch No
What
Fear
happens
have,
to
like,
unattended drones?
Well, I mean, unattended means they're just gonna follow the last order they got.
Ooh.
Does Touch No Fear have his
could
like
be
talkie
Stop Us.
box back?
Pat. Did
Not
you,
yet.
Pat, did you manage
Let
to
me give
fix
you
it?
Okay, I'm
contact.
gonna go for the office building helipad and land there.
All right.
Okay.
I do it, and I freak the fuck out in the process.
Oh my god.
It
He
took
did it.
so fucking long.
So I did roll one success on my observation, by the way, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are they doing? Like,
It looks like their mouths are very close to parts of the refueling stations, which would be very bad for someone with a strong jaw to bite.
Ah! Good thing we diverted.
Yeah. So you guys find the roof of an office building you guys have landed at a few times before. It has like government functionaries and people engaged in some free trade, and you guys just sort of plop down there. And I feel like very embarrassed to say this, but Pat, I don't just have like random Thren art on hand. Could you upload some of that?
Yeah, let me pop in as rejoin as GM. Where you at?
It's
there another
on
page
this.
for this?
No, it's on the same map, but I'm just speed
Oh,
mapping something.
You're just speed mapping. Okay, I'll drop you some random Thren.
Are they supposed to be Thren peacekeepers or
Yes.
like office worker Thren?
No, they're peacekeepers.
Okay.
Crossroads says that he's going to divert them to meet you.
That's the same one. As
So,
last
but you also
time.
fixed the communicator before you guys. You fixed the
Yeah.
communicator as you guys are coming up on the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Do we get any fucking explanation? Oh wow, dropped him.
All right.
4 times. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, so, you managed to get it back online, with the smooth jazz translation.
My
Yeah.
god.
What?
Actually, it starts to get a little funky.
Hey,
Oh.
Daddy-o.
Oh my god.
This is Touch No Fear coming at you.
Yeah. It says, hello. So sorry for our difficulties communicating. I regret to inform you, however, that I'm going to have to request we land elsewhere because there's a serious problem. And he gesticulates down at, like, the small posse of Thren peacekeepers that are near the landing pad and says, you see, all in the name of efficiency for my queen, I might have done a deal with a certain rascally Rast and obtained some of his hardware. It all would have gone fine until my rival cut my access to the broader servers. I'd been drawing off the processing that had gone idle on the unyielding rain. This created quite the situation, and combined with the unique reaction to the Mayan lasers, I could not have foreseen. A whole mess of things started to go wrong, and before I could
Can I
write
change
them,
the translation so that I can actually understand what he's trying to say?
yeah, it goes, and then, my rival acted. It is most unfortunate you got involved in all of this, but I am going to have to ask you to get me to the base of the... actually, no. The gravity elevator won't work, but if you can get me to a terrestrial starport, I can handle the rest myself.
Okay. Our job is to rescue you. Like, it's... I don't think it's our job to help you escape the smuggling that you were responsible for.
Okay, but consider
Are you
this.
willing to go on record about any of this?
Yes, consider this. I am willing to give you money.
Anyway, though, the scoop.
Yes, the scoop. Now, I would like to plead
Probably
my case to the public. Yes, Yeah, so basically, I'm assuming, Madeline, you just continue to land.
Yeah, I'm gonna land. Unless he, like, pulls a gun or something, I land. I am unmoved by...
Yeah. She's been kind of a dick throughout this whole affair. Really thought we were doing something on the up and up, but we were just smuggling someone.
I mean, it was still right for us to save her.
No,
But
absolutely.
we're also
absolutely.
not
Yeah,
responsible
we're
for...
gonna go against the Mariah Queen here, or I guess the rival. Anyway, though, my character might, considering that she could potentially get maybe her contact to pull her a favor in exchange for this gal's like 100% like full interview
Yeah, so...
with us. Maybe?
Yeah, she's really interested in the interview and sort of just trying to, like, buy any time that she can. But, the door opens up onto the wind-swept, rain-pecked concrete roof. And, the Thren peacekeepers wearing their collars represent that they are hounds of the law. Step forward.
Ooh.
And one of them says, "Sorry, thinks Touch feels... or Touch No feels, but it looks like this is the end of your flight." And, yeah. Touch No Feel says that they just request that they not be turned over to the Hive until they've had time to plead their case. And they're like, yeah. Tell it to a jury of your peers, which it occurs to me is going to be hard to arrange. You'll probably have to get like a teleconference going or something. Touch No Feel is like, I would much prefer a jury of not my peers.
Yeah.
I assume that we
Tell
we
it to the-
has to extradite to the Mariah. They own 99% of the planet.
Yeah.
Like, you,
Trial via Zoom.
jeez.
True.
Indeed.
Amazing.
And I feel like it's really Mariah have trials of your superior, the queen. Final word.
Yeah. Reclaimed.
Wait, actually, now that I think about that, what are like courts doing right now? Like, you can't have a jury all sit in this chairs so close to each other, right?
Zoom.
I think. Yeah, I mean, I think some remote stuff, and like I think they do crazy like
I'm
phone
gone.
calls, and I think a lot of it has just been postponed if it can be.
Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff just isn't gonna.
Imagine
yeah.
waiting like months for your trial and then like, haha,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Especially with prisons being like ravaged by.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah. Oh god.
Minnesota
All right, let's
bail
not
farm.
talk about actual.
Yep, nope.
Yeah.
Real.
Anyways,
Yeah,
haha.
Back at the base, and the you're far from the storm.
Haha.
You're enjoying some bops, and yeah, y'all have successfully rescued, and y'all have successfully ranged. The R1 is going in for a full repair, and you are probably going to be grounded for at least a week.
Just another
My
day.
little Bonju must be
The
so
rescue
scared.
rangers.
So I'm sorry about the deceit, everybody.
Oh yes, that's a good point. So, who are you exactly?
Camille's like,
Yin?
don't talk to me.
See, my real name. It's the same name I've been going by. I'm a journalist, though. Well, kind of a really low-ranking one, aspiring. Maybe I should just find another career. I'm really not good at this.
I mean, I hate to say, but you're honestly a pretty good ranger.
And on that
Oh,
note,
I mean, you managed to fix a Mariah communications box in the middle of a storm.
it was kind of exhilarating. Maybe I should
I mean,
join
also,
you guys
you have
on
a-
ironically.
Like,
Camille-
clearly
Camille-
not talent for hacking. Like, that could also be a lucrative career.
Camille just looks over and she's like, just learn to shoot a gun. For the love of God.
I don't usually have to do that.
And I mean, if you like journalism, like, I mean, I feel like, honestly, it would make a great book in general, or kind of travel writing. Like, you can go around and experience things firsthand as opposed to just trying to find a scoop or whatever newspapers call it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Ooh, I could write a novel about the daring rescue rangers as they triumphantly perform heroic acts across the planet. And
Yeah.
I love the
Further-
soundtrack for this.
You
The
just
soundtrack
hear
is
the
perfect.
porn voice in the smooth chat.
Yeah.
We've all just gained, like, a foot and some musculature. Like,
you're right.
We all just became JoJo characters.
I will become an author.
Yeah, 6 months later, 6 months later, the paperbacks get turned into a hit TV series called the Rescue Rangers of Zane 6. And also in the news, you hear a story about
Rescue
how
Rangers in the midnight.
it seems that the unyielding Reigns repairs have been completed, and it suddenly departed. However, a maintenance issue with its bays resulted in the premature release of several Mirai Marines. Thankfully, no impacts were made and no civilians were hurt, and they all fell outside of the Enclave zone. Attempts
Father Deeker!
attempts to bring this to the Zen or Zone Enclave news don't tend to get any penetration, and when asked about it, Twithian, you were told, forget about it, Pesh. It's Enclave Town. And
Just say Enclave.
yeah.
No,
With that,
Wow.
you don't know what happens with the trial of Touch Feel. No, you just know that there never was a trial, and officially they were never taken into custody.
Wow. Speaking of unexpectedly noir, I guess there was rain the entire time, though.
And I
Yeah.
guess I was a journalist. We made a noir accidentally.
As for the crew of the Duandu, I assume you all keep rescuing ranges, unless Twithy decides to go back to.
Yeah,
life
Twithy's
insurance.
gonna be a journalist, or Twithy's gonna be an author.
Amazing. Well, with that, I think I'm wrapping up a half hour early.
Amazing.
And does anybody have to go sooner than anyone else?
Nope.
All right.
No.
Good.
Neadelin, hit me with it.
Oh, you stopped the
Okay.
music. God damn it. Oh no, just reset it. Right.
I really liked the whole Rescue Rangers premise. I thought it was really cool to get to be kind of normal emergency personnel. It was a nice change from being like mercenaries or smugglers or whatever. I mean, we've done some more legitimate things that changed Joe's universe, but still, like, it's kind of nice to just be the good guys. And also to have it genuinely be a situation we were not prepared for because this is, like, not a normal thing. Like, we should be equipped to handle the unexpected because we're emergency responders, but not necessarily this emergency.
Radical out there, yeah.
And yeah, like, I thought the storm was a cool element, like, just kind of having all of the things. I thought that the Mirai drones were an interesting, like, world-building element to kind of bring up. I thought the situation was interestingly complicated, the bits we got of it. And yeah, I mean, it was even kind of fun, the noir ending, where it's like, yes, sometimes you're just a slice in a larger story and things don't, like, you're alive and that's good, but there's really no justice to be had in any side. Okay, I guess what I didn't like, I feel like probably there could have been a little more variety in the action. Like, a lot of it was in the ship, which was nice for me because I'm the pilot. But at the same time, like, even when I was doing the only thing I could do was make piloting rolls. So that's still a little just, like,
Yeah.
You make checks.
Honestly, I think it probably should have just been like two of them impact you, and then just let that be the drama.
yeah, that would have been fair enough. And then, yeah, I guess mechanically, like, I did feel a little to do that, like, you didn't make it clear what was happening with the drones. Like, that would have been fine if you established the contested role thing up front. But maybe you didn't, I just totally missed it. But it was just, like, having to, like, the way the rules are working totally changed on me makes me upset. Which is, like, partially my problem to manage my potions, but, like, also try not to do that. Okay, and yeah, I mean, I think that's good. And then I guess what I want to see more of, I honestly really like to see more of the Rescue Rangers. I just think it's a really fun thing, and there are all sorts of interesting shenanigans you can get into.
Indeed. And of course, if you like the tile set used, and especially those hexes, you know what I'm dropping in chat already. Megacorps Marines and Monsters tile set. Of course, we also use the Fallout set. Awesome. Anything else, or?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Rainbow, hit me with it.
Yeah. I liked the session. It was fun. What can I say that Madeline didn't just say?
You can reiterate. I mean, when I'm reading over these later, it's good to see the same thing between two. It, like, reinforces it in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole series with the storm and the drones and everything was cool. I agree. It could have been handled a little differently. Could have been cool if, like, I don't know, maybe the ship was a little
It was
bigger.
easier for you to do that of stuff, or there were guns on the
like,
ship.
even- I mean, it doesn't have to be something like that. Like, just a little more interaction from me and Pat. I also enjoyed the premise a lot. I think it's cool to not be like some, like, you know, unsavory type, or like a military person. You know, that's pretty much the only things I've played in, like, sci-fi games so far. It's like some kind of, you know, bad-ish guy, or like a military character. That's pretty much it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this was interesting. I think maybe the part at the beginning, like, I don't know if we just, like, are gods and, like, just got to the, like, the inciting incident, like, immediately, but, like, it felt like we did nothing in the cave before we found the guy. Like, we moved the boulder, helped the drone, and then, like, we were in the thick of the. I feel like that needed a little more, like, build up, a little more exploration of the cave underground or something.
Yeah, that was the thing where
Maybe-
I was toggling, like, the size of the cave and stuff. But even then, Madeline even pointed out like this is a fuck huge map. So even trying to hold myself back, I wind up with
To
something.
me, it didn't feel huge at all, actually.
Yeah, I guess you also
Like,
didn't
I
have
feel
to,
like
you
there
didn't
was-
have to
there was-
circumnavigate the edge.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there was more of it, but the area with interesting things and things that were like important to the encounter was pretty small. Like,
Well, because we don't even know. There could have been other things in the map. It's just that we couldn't explore it because we found the thing we needed to find.
Yeah,
Like, so there
yeah.
are other bits of the map we never saw.
exactly. So like, I don't know if maybe there needed to be like an extra, I don't know, another like roadblock that prevented us from getting into the green goop room or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Not the hijack, but I totally agree, and I'll definitely be bringing that up in my feedback.
yeah. I like the Noah thing too. It's funny. I enjoy it.
That was hilarious.
the voice. That's funny. That's it.
Yay. Pat, hit me with it.
All right, cool. I'll start with the negatives, get those out of the way. I do agree that the cave was not as impactful as it could have been. I think it would have been nice if the place where you land is a little bit removed from this guy's office, and this guy's office is maybe a little bit removed from the active drilling area, which is kind of what I was assuming the kind of lines up there were. I mean, I like all the world building and how you. Sorry, I'll get into the things I like later. But so that's one of the things I didn't like. I think the map could have been bigger in ways that actually impacted the gameplay, or the same size but more mazy to actually, surface volume. Like you go down a hallway, or you have the option to go down some hallways. You see what's going on in the cave. You get a good feel of like, there's some cave-ins. This shit's like dangerous. We're in a dangerous zone. Like, oh no, what could possibly have happened? Like, give us a little more mystery up front, I guess, in that regards, because. At first I really just went into this thinking that there was some sort of like actual like abuse scandal or something, and that's definitely how I played my character. So like it could have been interesting to see like, is there some sort of alien monster that's gonna pop out at us? Like, have they been covering something up? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, I don't think
Give
I
us
did
a
a
little
good
more
job.
mystery in the
I
fun.
didn't do a good job revealing. Like, I barely even mentioned like the main conceit, which is that they're like melting down this biosilica that eats minerals and then stores things which normally you need to synthesize in a lab, but here it's like rawly available to mine using a dumb drone, which are useful for the artificial manufacture of certain pheromones for the Mirai. So there's a lot going on there that I just didn't really with.
That's okay.
Just all a cost-cutting plot to make Mirai Viagra.
Oh my god! Jeebus!
Imagine if we risked our lives for that.
We totally did. I hated that. All right, so that would have been fun to, like, it would have been nice to learn what that whole thing was about, because, the whole premise was that they were being super secretive about what was going on in these mines, and we finally got to explore one of these mines. Like, what's going on in this mine? Instead, we got invested in, like, trials and tribulations of Mirai intrigue. And we lost track of what's going on in this mine. Anyway, the Rast robots were great. All right, so I think that's my biggest issue. My other biggest issue, I think, we agree the space flighty part was kind of pretty much the pilot making the same. I found that I had a lot of things to do and little time in which to do them. I feel like I had a whole bunch of things that I could do. Like, I could save the gal who's out there sniping our enemies. I could fix this lady's translator device. But, I could also maybe potentially, I should have rolled a manipulator or something there to see if I could get the journalists to do anything for us. Like, because I actually got them on the phone with a good contact roll. Like, I could have done something with that. I feel like I had too many options inside the like running between things. You know, like I didn't feel like I was underserviced there. I feel like Madeline was, because she was just making the same roll after roll after roll after roll, and then you switched up the rolls on her, and you know, the whole thing probably didn't seem all that fun to her. So I was more like worried about everybody else having something to do.
I'm pretty sure what happened was you rolled, like, I was looking back on it. I'm pretty sure you rolled 4 successes, and then they dropped 2 drones, and then you rolled 2 successes, and then they dropped 2 drones.
I mean, yeah, but like it explicitly, Lee agreed that counted as 3+1, like rolled out of the future, which implies to me that it wasn't. You know, 2 of those being taken out. Like the numbers don't match.
I think like when I get asked a question like that, like my brain doesn't always match up with what's going on, and I normally just sort of like
that makes sense.
Play or something. To be perfectly honest. So
on the spot, it's
but regardless, my attempt to do like just I will cinematically hand wave it and avoid the sluggish combat rules showed why there are space combat and flight combat and vehicle combat rules, which is to give structure and make it clear and understood to all parties, which I failed to do in the air quotes cinematic solution.
Well, I think you like went on with it.
Yeah, or I mean, I guess it's like you did like half cinematic, and you're right. Like the fully cinematic approach would be to just drop 2 drones in as it forces to deal with it.
Right.
And then there's like a very mechanical approach, and I think it went halfway, which was still like it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I think we can hone in on a better system.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like a lot of this like just I kind of squandered it, but I digress.
No, it's fine.
It was still really exciting and suspenseful.
Yeah,
like
I started with the bad things. I'm gonna get to the good things. Okay. I got good things to say. I loved it. I had a fucking blast. I was very invested. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will differ from everybody else and say that I wasn't a huge fan of the Rangers concept. Not because I don't think it fits in the Change Stars universe, or because I don't think that, you know, this would potentially be a fun thing to do. I just don't really like playing the goody two-shoes characters, or, you know, I guess firefighters or whatever the fuck we were, basically. I don't find that all that interesting. Like I like it when there's civilians thrown into chaos, or when there's like smugglers who get themselves into chaos or whatever. And then I like, you know, actually just straight up playing the bad guys. But you know, when I mean I will say the Rangers thing felt too goody two shoes for me, but I played a decent character, all things considered, one that I would enjoy. You know, better than the high pilot that I typically play.
Yeah, true lord. She prefers to pay the tax collectors, not the civil defense.
Anyway, oh fuck. I love your additions to the Change Stars universe. We had talked about the whole how would the Mirai have fought during the war against humanity, attempting to genocide them. And we did come up with this, or you came up with this amazing concept that, you know, since the Mirai are very, very good at, like, intuitively just gen modding their children, or the Mirai queens can, like, basically decide, yes, I want a Mirai drone specific for this task, and I want a Mirai drone specific for this task, and hey, I've never tried this before, but could I potentially make their chitin so hard and rigid that it constrains them enough that they could potentially survive for a brief period of time in the void of space? Well, hell, let's see what I can do. Oh, hey, it worked! You know? Like, we talked about that for a good bit, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think some of the details on that were a little confusing to me, considering what I think of with the Mirai, and maybe, I don't know if we communicated this all that clearly, but when you said they were patched in, I kind of, what I understood from that was that they had like some sort of device that enables them to hear the pheromonal commands of their officer.
They have like a slot where a pivotal part of their brain should be, and after they're born, they get an implant put there that acts as the bridge.
Oh, fuck, nice.
So
okay, that works.
So it's it's a direct brain interface. They don't have telepathic powers, they have a direct brain interface.
Okay, cool. Alright, I can jive with that. Yeah. Alright. Because I was worried that you were implying they had telekinetic powers, and I'm like, oh, this is not canon. Alright. Retcon. Save. Actually, I'm sure that was your intent from the beginning. It was not communicated super.
Yeah, they just have walkie-talkies in their heads.
Yeah, no, they just got walkie-talkie. That makes perfect sense considering they're literally like biological robots. So anyway, yes, that's great. I love seeing you portray the changed stars universe. I love this universe, and I love a lot of things you did. Sorry, I've been really ranty. Okay, things I liked. I liked the intrigue. That was fun. I really like the character of name does not quite compute. And I like the whole
touch no feel.
Yes, that one. Yeah, I like the whole translator malfunction leading to like inability to communicate with a pivotal PC for the entirety of, and realizing this guy was unabashedly like she was smuggling or she was doing really shady shit, and she fully fucking admitted it when we finally got her cops turned on. Like, so yeah, I love communication failures leading to insane events.
I think
like
I really
that's
failed.
I mean, would we really have done anything differently? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, I
Maybe
feel like
would've
even if
patched
like
in
A, we probably would still have rescued her. B, even if we didn't, they wouldn't know that we didn't have them on board. So we still would have faced the drones on the way out.
Well, I feel like if we operated under the assumption that this person actually needed to be brought to justice as opposed to brought back to the Enclave for diplomatic immunity, then we might have just fucking patched up to the ship up top and been like, oh, hey, we got her! Problem solved!
But is that what a rescue ranger would do?
Yeah, I feel like that still violates our ethical code.
It doesn't
Well, it
sound
violates
like
my
rescue.
Rescue Ranger's ethical code, especially
fair.
something we could.
I mean, the ethics were kind of ambiguous, to be honest. And they continued to be for the entirety of it. Maybe hence the noir theme.
I thought a lot about
Liked it.
how this character would come to the conclusion that, like, you know, like it's put between two situations. Like, there's rules you're supposed to follow, and there's what your queen expects you to achieve. And there's like a great need for this to get done on time, and like everything was gonna be fine. Like technically speaking, like smuggle. I may be going to smuggling, but like technically speaking, like they just like these aren't illegal devices. Like they just bought them. Like they just bought mining drones, and that's not the done thing. But if it had been a fait accompli where they showed up, because like efficiency was improving, and if nothing had ever gone wrong, which it wouldn't do if the rival hadn't interfered, they would have showed up and said, hey, look at this cool thing I did, it increased it. Also, the biosilica has a unique reaction over time to being fired upon by mining lasers that it doesn't to being chomped up by a Mirai's mouth, so they just didn't know, right? So, yeah. But I never really explained
Yeah, no,
that.
it's a tense political embroilment that we found ourselves in, and we didn't know what was going on most of the time, and we had to make ethical choices with incomplete data, and I like that. That was fun. That was really fun. I mean, like, you know, we kind of made the obvious decisions, but it was still fun.
Yeah, actually, you're kind of right. Maybe we should have just given it up, because we did give, like, that if we really cared about this Bryce life, like, we should have brought them to an airport, even though that would have risked our careers, because, like, she definitely died, or got reprogrammed, which is the same
reclaimed,
thing.
which is basically
I mean,
the
it's
same thing.
brain
Yeah.
death is death.
Exactly. No, it's literally just like your body's still useful, but your mind's not. So it is kind of one of the shadiest things of the Mirai culture, well, species, frankly. Yeah, the queens can just do that. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it was a very interesting plot, very interesting developments, and very interesting characters and scenario and all that shit. Like, all of this was very fun. And a lot funner than I expected from Rescue Rangers. So
What do
A
you
children's
mean?
television show deal with noir situations that have no right answer.
exactly, you pulled a U-turn on that whole scenario, and I like it. Yes.
God,
That
can we
was
just
fun.
run? Can we just run a noir game, please?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I've done it before. There's one of me and Pat. Pat and Max are the only two players. It was used to
Yes, I
shield
remember,
the
yeah.
Fallout tile set. Using
Yeah,
stars that number.
Maybe Lee. Maybe we should do a noir to shill.
but I want to play in it.
Indeed, I'm thinking. I've been thinking about a few like twofers. I'll keep it all in mind. But yeah, so unless anybody
I'm
else has
biting my lip, Lee. I don't know if you're
Yes.
looking, but I'm biting my
does
lip.
anyone have any other feedback before we pop off?
What, I want to see more of this. Yay.
Thank you all. Check the link in the bottom left to support a worthy cause. Come through, say hi when we next stream, which is going to be literally tomorrow. Fallout. We are going to make that Fallout episode happen no matter what personnel issues happen. I don't give a fuck. We're also ending early then because I've got things happen. And yeah, we're just gonna pop on the raid over to Penny for Teo. I will see you all on the flip.
Sorry I dragged on so long with my feedback. Holy shit.